You hear me?
We can hear you.
Hello? 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 Oh, hello?
We are not sanctioned by
This clown car show.
Hello? Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you, McMurray.
Somebody give me a thumbs up. Some of you can hear me.
the talking logo.
Ah, shit. That just
in the
means I can't
corner.
hear you. I'm going to jump off and get back on.
Yeah, please do. Saturday night is colder than hell. The wind sounds like a freaking train going by the apartment out here. I hope no trees end up in my bedroom window. So it's not the only places where the wind's coming from. It's cold in my place. How about your place?
Oh yeah. I'm about 0 degrees right now.
It's cozy warm here, man.
Uh,
90 degrees, and sunny.
you in the Bahamas? Oh, you're with Lisa in Egypt.
Yes, that's right.
I still want that guy's autograph. So, God, we've been. How long we had this one planned?
I don't know, a couple weeks, 3 weeks, 2 weeks.
It's been a while because I hit him up about
4
this. I hope the hell he shows up. I mean, shit.
You
all
know,
this work we put together for this show tonight, and
he's
all
probably
this stuff
busy.
we were going to give him. And,
Yeah.
oh God, McMurray Sickles. Do we got to bring him on? So Saturday
I
night,
can hear you. Outstanding.
we are going to bring old tour guide Phil in here tonight. And let me tell you something. He's one of
Sorry
those
about that.
wonderful
We were
people out there.
experiencing
Shut
technical
up!
difficulties.
I'm giving freaking briefings here. Be quiet. You can't hear us, Kenny. Andrew?
I can kind of hear you. I hear you now.
we're gonna drag Phil in here in just a second, and like I say, he's a wonderful guy. I've known him for a few years now. Met him through GBACW play testing, and then I drug Todd and Andrew went up to Gettysburg when they were here. And Phil drug us around the battlefield. We just had a good old time with him. Pleasant individual, knowledgeable individual, and loves this ACW stuff. But tonight we want to find out what else he enjoys doing, along with his ACW stuff and his tour guiding stuff. So you guys in La La Land out there, you got questions you want to ask him, or if you develop some while we're going, put them in the chat. One of us will identify him, and we'll just feed Phil to the fire. And with that being said, let's drag him on here. Hopefully he didn't hear anything I just said.
Pretty sure he can hear everything you just said.
I heard everything you just said.
Phil, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing good, doing good. Glad
I
to
think
be
that
here. Thanks
official-
for having me on.
I think that officially means you get to punch him in the face in April or whenever it is. October.
October.
Yeah.
Nah, I wouldn't do that.
You should. Give it a
Yeah.
try sometime.
We're still trying to get Andrew to come out. Todd can't make it this year, but we're trying to find a way for Andrew to get out.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're working on it.
Ross is
That'd
coming
be-
from Oklahoma, and Camp's coming down from somewhere up in New England where he is. He still won't divulge where he lives. So
Maybe if I can convince Ross I'm not actually a serial killer, we might be able to carpool.
yeah, just don't bring the gun.
Okay.
So let's get that out of the way. So, well, we can't announce this one anymore because it's happening now. So we'll announce the October 19th. There he is. Get ready, Phil. Get
All right.
ready because Nord's here. So October 19th, there's two of us on this screen, or three of us on this screen that you're going to see in Pennsylvania, in Gettysburg. Again, the rain out date's 21st in case we just have crappy weather on the 19th. I'm hoping we don't. And we're going to be up there having a good old time. That's my stuff not refreshing. Why is it not refreshing? Oh, well. It'll catch
That's
up.
okay.
Anyhow, so we'll be up there. We're going to have, Phil's going to come up. He's going to bring his knowledge with him, but he's going to have a little fun with us. And he is always more than willing to give you a brief or answer any questions that you want to know about what's going on up there. And he can probably answer questions about a multitude of other battlefields from what I understand. So, and I'm going to probably pick his brain. Phil, which ones are you doing in June?
In June, me and Alex are doing Antietam. We're going to do all three gaps for South Mountain. We're doing Harper's Ferry. And it looks like we may be doing 3rd Winchester. But I threw out Monocacy because it's about the same drive time to both. So
Right.
waiting for Albert to come back and Dick, but it may be third Winchester. We may be doing.
That's that. Yeah, that I would say it's about the same. The Winchester Drive is probably a little easier to get over to
Yeah.
that than it's going to be up to Monocacy.
But it's a lot longer walk.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Longer
Jeff
walk.
hated that.
Yes, they tried to kill me. So,
Yeah.
No, no.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
So,
They did.
so that's
Those-
what we're doing in June.
He's gonna
So
walk on a golf course for 12 hours, but you try and take him to a battlefield and he's gonna die.
I got a golf cart. You guys could have got me the golf cart at Kernstown to go up that big ass hill. What's the hell is that damn thing that I'm fighting up right now?
No. Only the tour guides can drive a golf cart. And if you're taking a golf cart tour, somebody's got to drive it like they stole it, and there's no way that guy was going to.
Well, we'll take Phil next time we do that.
Yeah, there we go.
Oh,
There we go.
yeah, that's fair.
But I'm gonna tell you what, that was I'm not gonna lie to you that not even I mean I knew it was there, but I didn't know that Winchester thing that they had built was there. And that was just gorgeous. That little facility they
That
built.
Lofus, yeah.
Oh
Yeah, it was
my
awesome.
God.
Yeah.
So it was we probably never would have gone there if the guy at Kernstown hadn't said, "Oh, don't go to this one, go over to that." Because we were going to go down to were we going to Cedar? Not Cedar. Is it Cedar Creek? No. Oh,
Yeah,
what's the other
Cedar-
one near Winchester?
You're the valley guy.
Cedar
Yeah.
Creek.
Is it Cedar Creek, right? Where the
Yeah.
fog and the surprise.
Yeah,
that's Cedar
Yeah,
Creek.
okay.
Cedar
Yeah,
Creek.
he said, no, he said, you probably should go over and see the Winchester. We did what? We did first or second Winchester?
First,
First, okay.
Oh. Oh wow.
because that was the shortest walking tour.
Yeah, good point.
I'm just saying. I mean, that was the thought.
Lovely trail. And we walked through the Battle of the Cow Pies field.
Yeah, that was some
Yeah.
serious business.
That was quite interesting. That was an interesting walk. I don't know if I got much out of going out into that, other than looking back up towards Pritchard's Hill and trying to comprehend
yeah.
what we were doing out there.
It was because we were following where Fulkerson marched.
all across the front. That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, because we went up the hill to Pritchard's Hill or Pritchardson's Hill, and then it took us back down, and we walked where Fulkerson marched across the face of it.
Which we still have no explanation for that one today. Well, give us a rundown, Phil. Why did he do that?
Why did he hit? Well, I don't know.
Yeah, he's a Gettysburg licensed battlefield guy.
Yeah.
You know what, Phil? Let's blow his brains
This-
clear out of his head. Okay,
That's-
Phil, just start naming regiments, Phil. There's
Yeah,
only-
no kidding.
I know you know
Yeah.
him.
That's kind of why I asked. What were we going to talk about? Because
Yeah.
you know,
Oh no,
first
no, no, no!
Winchester-
You were going to get the opportunity to preload.
Whenever Jeff asks a goofy question like that, just yell out a division name and start naming brigades and regiments. I
Okay.
believe in you.
Hey, I'm
All
good.
right.
I'm
See,
good.
Phil,
on-
this is how it goes. See, you know,
All right,
we'll talk
all right.
about it.
Okay.
All right, so Phil, first off, man, welcome, bro. I'm so glad you decided to do this with us, and we're gonna have a little fun with this. But I tell you what, let's start. Let's get Phil's background. I mean, you don't need to take us back to when you were 5 or 6 years old, but I would like to know, when did the Civil War bite you in the ass as a kid sometime? And then how did you work your way into what you do now?
Well, it all began probably 1973, 74 time frame. We had moved from Alabama to Marietta, Georgia. And one afternoon, we as a family, we went to Kennesaw Mountain.
Mm.
And then we went to Big Shanty, and I got to see the general. And that's where it started. And over the years, you know, through grades, or through middle school, high school, I was really on a World War II kick, but I was reading anything and everything I could get my hands on. And then went into the Navy for 20 years, did a lot of reading. You know, had a lot of books. I read The Wilderness on a cruise, Gordon Ray's book on a cruise, and Shelby Foote's. I read all of those, you know, during that time. Was reenacting a little in the late 80s, early 90s as well, too, during the 125th anniversary. So it just kept growing. Now, my first experience with wargaming, I guess I was about 13, maybe 12. Oh, we lost Jeff. I guess the wind's too strong.
Oh
I
wow.
don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, he dropped off.
Um,
Maybe he's not getting comments.
Yeah, there was that. I don't know what that was. Sorry, I don't. That happened to me the other night when we were doing this. I'm
Yeah.
not seeing anybody's comments.
Mm.
Huh.
Good now. I'm good now. I can see them all now.
yeah.
You're
But
good. keep going, fellas. It's good stuff.
yeah. Anyway, I went into the little toy store. I may have been 11 or 12. I don't know. And saw Panzer Leader, and I picked that one up. And
Oh.
there was that sent me down that path. And you know, by the time I was 23, 24, you know, I had so many games I didn't know what to do with, and doing my Civil War reading at the same time. Got into I've been to Gettysburg. My first trip to Gettysburg was in 1988. They still had the old lamp on the Eternal Light Peace
Oh, yeah.
Memorial here.
Oh, okay.
They didn't even have the flame on that
Yeah.
year. Yeah, it came on that year, but I was there before they started it. And
Wow.
didn't know about guiding. I just went up there and enjoyed the day and walked into the visitor center, went straight to the bookstore, never looked over there and saw the guides. And it wasn't until 1998 when I was at Andrews Air Force Base. I saw an ad somewhere. I don't even remember where, with about a battle walk. And I went up there for that, and Wayne Motz was leading it.
Ooh.
And I thought I knew Gettysburg. Yeah, in 5 minutes, I knew I didn't. I learned I didn't know anything.
Yeah, Wayne is
but
good. Yeah.
Yeah. And I still joke with Wayne about that every once in a while when I see him. And started studying because I thought, man, that'd be a good retirement gig. So I started studying, and wasn't until 2010 that I passed the guide exam. So that's when I became a guide, and in 14 days, it'll be 16 years I've been doing this.
Wow.
Nice.
Congratulations.
And then I got back into the gaming. I got out of gaming for a while, like a lot of people do, and got back into it. And now I'm doing, play testing different games, and just having a good old time with it, and all because I'm not even sure how I fell into that wilderness trip, Jeff. I'm not sure
Yeah,
how.
because I didn't meet you till we met at, I think it was Corbin's house.
Corbin's
right?
house. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I cannot recall how in the world I got involved with that. Other than it was through Tom, I guess. I don't know.
Well, so you spent 20 years in the closet reading ACW stuff, and then you came out of the closet, and then you eventually took you must be 70 or 80 damn years old.
Phil, are you still not seriously thinking about punching him in the face? Because you can.
You weren't still in the service when you took your licensing stuff, were you?
The first 2 times I took the guide exam, yeah, I was still in the Navy.
Now, so I saw a documentary about, because I remember they used to have, I don't know if they still do it or not, but it's been a few years, but I remember you could take an online test just to see what your knowledge was.
Yeah.
And I used to take that damn thing every year just to see how I stacked. But then I remember seeing a documentary about those people testing to become, and how deep and frustrating it can be, in the knowledge you have to even pass that thing nowadays. And that's just for Gettysburg. What about these other places that you sometimes will do stuff with?
Those places I just go to and do them.
Okay.
I pull in all the stuff because I used to be, before 1988, I was a Western theater guy. That was what I focused on. Gettysburg and the Eastern Theater. I still believe this is not where the Civil War was lost. It was lost out west.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when I started shifting here. So a funny story, about 5 years ago, me and the wife are at Chickamauga. Yes, it was her idea. My wife likes to go to historical places too, so I'm blessed there.
She works at one, so
Yeah, so we're standing at we're we're standing at Brotherton Farm. I didn't hear that. That may get you smacked. We were at the Brotherton cabin there, and I started talking, and she let me go for about 5 minutes, and then she says, "Can you do this anywhere?" And so, yeah, I just pull from my knowledge of what I've read in the past. Of course, I read up on it, and currently I'm reading. I don't know if y'all can see this. I'm reading on Belmont,
Yep.
because I'm going to start play testing that game in a few weeks. So
Nice.
figured I better learn something about that battle. So because I didn't know much about it. So.
Hey Phil, what was your first Civil War game? You said Panzer, but I didn't hear the first Civil War game.
First Civil War game. That's a good question. Because I was actually trying to remember the order that I bought. So the first one, the Panzerleiter, then Third Reich.
Jumped right in.
What was the first? That's a good question.
Terrible Swiss Sword or Gettysburg 77?
That was it. That was it.
77?
So the old one. Yeah, the
Yeah.
70, the thin one with the black one. Yep.
Yeah, yep.
Yep.
Was hexes or squares?
That had hexes.
Yep.
That was the one that had that really nice, I thought was a really nice map.
Yeah, it looks like a weather map because it's all like yellow and orange.
And it had the 3 different games in it. The basic one, and then the intermediate.
that's the best one of all. I
actually
think.
the better one. Yeah. But yeah, we were in. Now these memories are coming back. I remember we were in Florida on vacation, and I had that set up in the middle of the living room.
Oh wow!
So I was playing that when we weren't at the beach. So
that's awesome.
Yeah, just playing solo, but probably
Todd,
playing.
So Todd and Ross are fixing to do Chickamauga in the Great Campaigns of the American Civil War.
Correct.
They're going to be. Matter of fact, y'all are doing something tomorrow night, right?
Yep, we're playing the first scenario in the pack. McLemore's something or something.
Cove.
We figured it was either Puppy Bowl, Super Bowl, or we do something, and decided to.
Or the Toddy Bowl.
It's Chickamauga Bowl is what we call it.
Chickamauga Bowl. Yeah. Ross got it posted today.
Yeah. That's a good series too. I play that one a lot too.
All of us are in on the. We'll say we'll come back to that. So, all right. You live where you work the most, obviously.
Yeah.
What's the commitment? What's the time commitment? You get them all year round, or in the wintertime, does it just sort of shut down for you?
Well, this year, I kind of shut down January and February. So I haven't had. I think I had 2 tours so far this year, whereas last year by this point I'd already had 10.
Oh gosh.
Well, and it was a personal choice for me, because I was doing tours out of the Gettysburg Visitor Center, and if the weather is inclement, i.e., we're going to get snow, they wouldn't give us the phone number so I could call the visitors and work out something. So it was just at the mercy of if they show up and how much snow we get. And that I just said, I'm tired of doing that. So I quit doing that. I did a tour day before the inauguration last year. We got 8 inches of snow that day.
Oh, God.
And I got there, and the guy, I talked to him beforehand, and they were from Chicago. They were UPS drivers. They didn't care how much snow they got.
Yeah,
going out there. And I said, well, I'm from Alabama. I don't drive in this stuff. But we got that 4-hour tour in before the heavy snow hit. So I don't want to deal with that anymore. So,
but I mean, okay, so
but yeah, I could do it.
Tell people who you actually work for as a tour guide, because you're not actually It's not. Are you? You're not actually. Are you guys? You're not the National Park Service.
No, we are licensed by the Park Service. So we are covered, the 136 of us. We're all the same, tested the same. We all, know pretty much the same. We all got our specialties. But we're licensed by the Park Service. We're covered by a CFR 36, I believe it is. I got it here on my desk because it's time to send ours in. And it's a government document that controls how we operate. We are the only guide force in the country that has this. We're the only guides that are authorized to be paid for giving tours on Gettysburg, at the Gettysburg Park. Now, where it gets tricky is the foundation, the Gettysburg Foundation. They sell us. As I like to say, they're our pimps. They're the ones that sell us.
Yep.
But we're licensed by the park. So we're basically independent contractors. We work when we want. We work out of different facilities, things like that here in town, hotels, bed and breakfast, things like that. So once we get our license, we can pretty much go charge, as long as we don't charge higher than the superintendent says. There ain't too many rules that we really have. But the superintendent of the National Military Park, she sets the rate.
That's interesting.
So yeah, for a 2-hour tour, it's $72 now, which
per
is pretty
person or
cheap
just
when you
for the guide?
per car. So
thank you. Okay.
like when y'all came down, this past year there was 5 of us in the car, so that was $72, or 4 of us in the car.
You need to start doing like Corvette Club tours, so you can only get 2 people into a car.
When the Carlisle group, when they have their Corvette show up in Carlisle, we'll have a bunch of them come down here. And as far as I know, only one guide I know for sure has actually been able to drive a Corvette during the Corvette show.
Oh, I just meant so that like you have 10 people in 5 cars.
Well,
Yeah,
that's what it is. Yeah.
2-seaters.
Yeah. And we had a couple of guides that did for Bike Week. They did Harley tours.
I was going to say, what about Harley tours?
Yeah, they would do motorcycle tours and then bicycle tours as well. I'm generally cars and buses is what I
That's
do.
it. We'll get Jeff to ride a bike next time.
Yeah. It better have an electric engine. Todd, did you put that question up?
Now maybe we'll walk
No,
him
not-
up Little Round Top.
Not yet.
Yeah. We'll
really-
walk the bikes up Little Round Top. Then Jeff's going to show us his sick BMX skills getting back down off a Little Round Top.
Yeah.
I don't think we're there. I don't think we're there yet, Jeff.
Okay.
Put that one up later.
Nord, in answer to your question, Nord, yes, I'll do it one time because I'm not walking back up afterwards.
Phil, just real quick, Phil, you said, you guys all have the same, tested knowledge, obviously. But then you said everybody has a specialty. What would you consider to be your like Gettysburg specialty?
Yeah, it's one of mine.
Second day and things related with Alabama troops. That's kind of where I like to dig.
That's cool.
Tell them your dog.
Other guides,
Well,
Barksdale?
So that actually kind of ties in, right? Because Jeff and I were having an argument earlier. Jeff's contention was that Dan Sickles was the greatest officer ever commissioned by the U.S. Army. Mine was that he was definitely the best officer in the 3rd Corps.
Phil, warning, Phil. This is a rabbit hole.
He's abundantly aware.
Andrew Humphreys is the best general in the 3rd Corps.
Oh man, he's the expert, Jeff. Okay.
Andrew
Well, then-
Humphreys is the West Point guy. Andrew Humphreys, his division not falling back and retreating the way Bernie did,
Yeah.
saved some of the 3rd Corps. It could have been a lot worse. And Dan Sickles was a political appointee.
Correct.
So
But that's my point, Jeff. So Jeff's
Yeah.
not quite right. We'll call him second after Humphreys. Sorry, Jeff.
yeah.
Why does
Yeah.
this remind me of all the memes I've been seeing with the kid and the pet dragging the mud in the house and the kids pointing at the dog?
Yeah.
Hey, it was a legitimate discussion Jeff and I were having. I just wanted to get
Yeah.
your opinion on it.
Yeah.
Andrew, did you hear what his dog's name was?
Dan,
Barksdale.
Barksdale.
that's awesome. That's an awesome dog's name. Oh, dude, that's an awesome dog name.
Yeah. And he lives up to it at times too. He's a beagle.
So Phil, about your specialty about Alabama troops, what's something that is you find very interesting about them particularly?
Well, one, it's a hometown flavor, you
Yeah.
know, just finding out. So here's one I found, unbeknownst, yeah, that word.
Yes.
Captain Schaff, 15th Alabama, Company A.
Hmm.
So as the 15th Alabama is coming down Big Round Top, Company A is detached by Oates to go over the backside of the hill and harass the wagons and maybe capture the wagon.
Mm.
But Schaff, for whatever reason, doesn't, and he doesn't re-engage with the regiment when they're attacking the 20th Maine. And that was the only thing that William Oates, the colonel of the 15th Alabama, ever said derogatory about him.
Mm.
Well, Schaff was in the U.S. Cavalry before the war. He left, went into the Confederacy, and then after the war, he went back into the Union or the American Cavalry. He's out in Texas, New Mexico, fighting Comanches, and the Comanches, when they would raid or attack the U.S. troops, they would first try to run the horses off.
Mm.
And Schaff was one of the guys that that happened to, and he died of thirst
Oh wow.
somewhere out in the desert because his horse ran away. And I'm sitting there thinking about that while I'm talking about the 20th Maine and the 15th Alabama and how the 15th Alabama, they didn't have water. Their canteens were
Right.
gone.
Oh
And
wow.
ironic, you know, here he is sitting on a hill, probably thirsty, and he's going to die, you know, 15 years later
Oh,
in the
wow.
desert,
That's crazy.
dying of thirst.
Yeah,
Yeah.
good story, dude.
I had a
Um,
book. It was just a small. I think it was a paperback. I remember I gave it to a guy down in Tennessee at a place I worked at, but I think it was called. I want to say it was called Oates versus Chamberlain or something like that. It's been so many years, but I remember I gave it to a guy that worked at a place in Tennessee that I knew. But I can remember it talking about. It never talked about. Well, I mean, that's one of the more intriguing parts about the second day is that attack on that far left side or the far right side of the Confederacy.
Right.
But and a lot of people don't know, and this is why I asked about your article earlier, because to me, that's one of the key missed opportunities at Gettysburg
Right.
with Wilcox and not having
Yeah.
anything else, you know, because I mean, he did break the Seminary line or the Cemetery Ridge line, right? Between the Round Top and Cemetery Ridge.
He got close. He didn't
Yeah.
quite get there. He got to, so when he attacks Wilcox's brigade, he's part of the 3rd Corps, Richard Anderson's division. He shatters the line, the Sickles line there at the Klingel Farm and the Rogers Farm area, Sherfy Farm, and then pursues them down into Plum Run. Now, when they get to Plum Run, down in the Cadore Thicket there, they stop to regroup, the same as Barksdale did on his right. So Barksdale and Wilcox are both trying to get their units to move forward, but Barksdale's hit, mortally wounded. Wilcox sends somebody back looking for help, you know, to Anderson to send up fresh troops. But then here comes the 1st Minnesota, you know, screaming down the hill at them. And you got the 111th New York of Willard's brigade hitting the 10th Alabama on the right. So when Barksdale pulls back, when the Floridians start to fall back, you know, Oates has got to fall back. So he comes pretty close, but he's not supported. And that was what my article is about that I wrote in Gettysburg Magazine. And I'm working on another one that I've got to get it done, or Dan Welch is going to kill me. Which is actually on Law's Brigade's attack. This is when I found that story about Schaff. That what Wilcox's brigade did is overlooked a lot. I mean, they tangled with the 1st United States Sharpshooters and 3rd Maine in Pitcher's Woods about 9:30, 10 o'clock in the morning on July 2nd.
Yep.
And, then there's under skirmish fire the rest of the afternoon until they began that attack. And between them and Barksdale, they probably marched the furthest and fight over the longest distance that day. They probably advance almost a mile or more. And they're exhausted. And they're attacking. Wilcox begins his attack shortly after 6. And he's down, or 6:15, 6:20 time frame. I get kind of persnickety when we get to exact times because we don't really know. But by the time they get to the thicket, it's 7:30, 7:45. Sunsets at 7:45. So, things start to break down with Barksdale and the Floridians pulling back. Mahone never advancing. Posey half advancing, half not advancing. So, it was Ambrose Wright that supposedly he got up on Cemetery Ridge. And as a battlefield guide, and many of the guides here at Gettysburg, Ambrose Wright's official report of the Battle of Gettysburg is one of those documents that he likes to expound, exaggerate. We're still trying to find the ridge that he went up where he describes his men crawling hand over to get up the hill into the guns. It ain't there. So
that's what it's like if we walk Jeff all over the place. Now we got to walk up Cemetery Ridge right there.
Yeah.
Oh,
Jeff's on a 2% grade going.
You said you're something now. You're going to do something on Law's Brigade, and there's another that I don't think a lot of people understand. Law's Brigade literally was the last one to march into line, right, for the 2nd and right into the attack. And then because of the change, because of what Sickles did, it changed the initial plan that Lee had. And didn't Law also not only the last one to get into line, wasn't he the one to initiate the attack on the right? Was he the first brigade to move?
Him and the Texans went together at the same time, because the 4th Alabama and the 5th Texas were almost elbow to elbow. And the guys in the 4th Alabama, I can't remember the guy's name, but he was trying to encourage the men to move faster to beat those Texans down towards the Slider Farm. But Law, of course, he's going to take over once Hood gets hit. And Law is going to have to pick up the pieces of a rapidly changing situation. As part of Robertson's brigade is heading towards Rose's Woods, part of it's heading towards Devil's Den, then he's got to plug the gaps. So that's one of the biggest, I think, the biggest what ifs to me of the Battle of Gettysburg is if Robertson's brigade the 3rd Arkansas doesn't try to hold on to the Emmetsburg Road and cause the gap, and then Law has to take the 44th and the 48th Alabama and move them into the gap. That puts 2 more if he doesn't have to do that, there's 2 more regiments to the right of the 15th Alabama when they get to Oates or get to Chamberlain and the 20th Maine.
And over the back of the hill and off they go.
Yeah. So to me, that's one of the bigger what ifs. But
this is fun when you talk, because we've all have spun our heels in some Gettysburg game in some way. How you can take that knowledge, and it's got to be great for you studying this stuff nonstop to be able to be playing a game and on the map and thinking, damn, man, let's not let that happen. What really happened and change the way that goes. So
funny story. A couple of years ago, it wasn't the same Gettysburg event. It was another one. I was playing Terrible Swift Sword. We were doing Longstreet's Attack on Little Round Top there. And I was playing the Union. And the guy playing the Confederates, I wish I could remember his name. Hilarious guy, great guy to play. He kept asking me, "Why are you not advancing out here?"
Bob Lochero, you were playing.
Yes.
You were. It was the same one that I was at. You were playing the 3-dog because remember we were talking about him.
And he was like getting upset because I wouldn't advance. I'm like, "No, you come to me," and I'm sitting on the hill. I'm not making that same mistake going out there.
I've talked about that with these guys about him trying to get you to ask anybody.
Yeah, I'm
he's
like,
the guy.
right.
Bob, the guy's about Bob. Bob, he's a wonderful fellow. Bob is.
Yeah,
He reminds me of, and I've only met him once. He should be like a little mafia boss or something. Is what he reminds me of.
bingo.
But he's the guy that I said takes all his information counters and dumps them all into a Tupperware tub, all mixed up and jumbled.
Yeah.
That about killed me when I saw that.
And
he doesn't cook nothing either. So
at Dalton, I didn't know this about him, but at Dalton, he disappeared one afternoon, and he had went down to the train yards. He worked in the train yards in New Jersey, and he went to Chattanooga and was just hanging out in the train yards watching the trains. I'm
He's
like, that is-
absolutely a mafia boss. He worked in the train yards in New Jersey.
yeah.
Well, it could have been better if you were like, yeah, he's in waste management in New Jersey.
I was going to say,
Yeah.
waste management. Yeah.
he's posted pictures of that initial scenario in Into the Woods. He's posted a couple on Facebook where he's playing that. So there you go. Let's get into that.
Real question. Yeah, the statues, monuments, they do require maintenance. Every year, they get a bath, they get a pressure wash. Every 5 or more years, they might get an in-depth cleaning, i.e., just this past year, I walked in the cemetery to give a cemetery tour, and there's the Minnesota urn laying in 4 different parts. They'd taken it apart and were repairing it, and they put it back together. They polish them, and what I see them doing to polish the bronze is with torches. They're heating it up and cleaning it that way. They pressure wash it and then do that. So there's over 1,300 monuments, tablets, and plaques there at Gettysburg. So it keeps their crew busy, and they're understaffed because of budgets. But you'll see them out there from middle of March all the way to the end of October, out there cleaning those monuments, and they do a wonderful job. If as guides we see a lot of those monuments daily, and if we see bees nest, if we see ground bees and things like that, we could call it and report it, and usually within a week, sometimes within 24 hours, those bees and things are taken care of. So the maintenance department, they do an amazing job with what little they have. They do need more, so write your congressman. They do need more money here at Gettysburg to keep up that work. So
It's so massive. I mean,
yeah.
So
we
many.
talk about it all the time. You mean one day is just not enough for Gettysburg?
No,
Oh no, please.
no. I always get asked, have you seen all the monuments? Well, yeah, it took me about 6 years to do it, but I've seen them all. So yeah.
Oh yeah, I was telling these guys after we went, I was like, "Oh, you could do Gettysburg for years in a row and just focus on the first day one time, focus on the second day." Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
What was the hardest part of the test for you?
Well, I took it so long ago.
You don't have to renew.
You take it once. Once
for
you
life.
pass, you're done. Yeah. Yep. The hardest part for me, they had pictures. So they would show a picture.
Like the black and white.
Who's
Yeah.
this?
Yeah.
Yeah, who's that?
Oh wow.
Um,
Okay.
And it happened. That was the hardest part for me. And the one that I know for sure, one that got me was General Kemper's picture and General Archer's picture. I got them mixed up.
Mm.
How dare you?
Because Archer, huh?
How dare you?
Archer, I know. Well, poor General Archer, after his stint in prison, his looks completely changed. He was much thinner. He did
They
not
showed you a
look the same.
post-prison picture, or like, who's this guy?
Yeah, yeah. And I thought it was Kemper, and I got that one wrong.
Yeah, of course.
So yeah, that was probably the toughest part for me. Me being a Western theater guy, that part was pretty easy because that test is 90% of it is Gettysburg, history of the park, the monuments. When I took it, they showed you maps of the area, showed you pictures of the monuments. But then the other 10% is Reconstruction, antebellum, other battles, because you get asked about other battles.
Sure.
Just about every tour I get asked, was General Grant here? Well, not that General Grant, but there was a General Grant here, command of the Vermont Brigade. And then I have to explain, well, he's over in Vicksburg. Well, what was Vicksburg? Well, then I got to tell about that. So,
Right.
Wow.
So it's an all-encompassing exam.
What percentage do you have to get on that exam to get your license?
It's a 90% fail rate.
Oh, Jesus.
Is it done on a curve? Like they take the top 10% of scores?
They take, well, that depends. So if the top 10 are only in the 70s, they're not taking anybody.
Okay. All right.
No, there's no curve. Yeah.
There's no curve. All right. If the top 5, and this is what we run into, is you got people almost acing the test sometimes. Now this last test was a lot tougher. We didn't have that many, so the curve was the top was a little bit lower. But I think I missed the test I passed. I missed 6 questions out of 250.
Oh my God.
Jesus Christ, Phil.
And I was
I just scored like
7. And I was
right
number
about
7.
a 98%. No biggie.
Yeah, I know. So,
wow.
And you were 7?
But I was number 7. Yeah.
Holy
Out of
mackerel.
I think we took
Wow.
I think there was 18 of us that took the 08 test that passed.
Damn, that's like mastering ASL.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then being able to recite all the counters in your sleep.
Yeah.
Slav is another one you might see up there. So you'll see Slav in June. He'll be at Harper's Ferry. You coming down Harper's Ferry? Yeah, duh. What the hell did I just say? I can't believe I just said that. Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow.
he's coming.
Jeff.
Yeah. I'm scheduling all the tours or doing all the tours.
Yeah.
So, I'm getting that off.
Phil, can you find me a 2XL Kepi? I just realized this is an XL and it fits me like a damn yarmulke.
You tried Regimental Quartermaster?
I'll
Downtown?
look.
Yeah.
I got this when I was a kid, I think.
Oh,
it's an extra small kids.
Okay.
No,
Yeah.
it's an extra large. I don't know if there's
Extra
child
large.
in. I have no idea where I got it, but
Yeah. Now the test, that's just part 1.
yeah,
So
'cause
you
you got
pass
an
that
oral
test.
process after that, don't you?
Yeah. Then after that, you got an oral process because back when I took it, you passed the test, you went to what we call charm school, which is where they tell you that's great. Lieutenant Colonel Sawyer's the colonel of the 8th Ohio. You know that. All right.
Good job.
Now forget it because John Q. Public doesn't care.
Right.
And they tell you, they trained us on how to dumb it down.
And
give
tell
a
the
tour.
story.
Tell us,
To tell the story. And but you still got that knowledge in your head. So you go through that. And then when I took the exam, I had 2 shots, oral exam, take you around the field, a ranger and a guide. we had 2 hours and 15 minutes to cover the battlefield. So,
Sheesh.
yeah.
In a
First time-
helicopter?
No, in a car. Going 25 miles an hour, making sure you stop at all the stop signs, and you come to a complete stop, both hands on the wheel. So that was nerve-wracking.
Oh, that's interesting. So
Um,
you're driving and talking and doing
Yeah,
that's
and,
wow.
and you can only talk about what you can see, what you see out the front windshield.
Mhm.
So,
oh my gosh.
yeah, um,
Guess what Todd won't be doing anytime in the near future.
and you know, so past that. Now, this current test and what they've done is what we found back when I passed and others passed to 2010, 2012, when those exams went down. People could pass the test, but they couldn't get that knowledge from here to here.
Right.
Couldn't
Right.
tell a story.
Hmm.
So we implemented, because it's a lot of work
Yeah, it is.
to go through and go through those oral exams. So we implemented a board. So like we got in the military, when you go up for a promotion or a warfare qualification in the Navy, and you got to answer questions. And if you can answer them, okay, you pass this part, you go to step 2 or step 3, which is they take you out to the battlefield and they'll plop you on a little round top and say, okay, you got 5 minutes to tell me what happened here. 5 minutes.
Yes.
And then once you pass that,
Wow.
then you do the oral exam.
Man, I can't hear you guys again.
Yeah. So-
Well, if you,
Hang on.
you know, if you think about it, I mean,
Yeah.
okay, so if I was going to go to Gettysburg and I had a limited time,
yeah.
it would be, I mean, okay, you're going to do McPherson's. You're going to do the from Warfield to Little Round Top. You're going to do the Pickett's Charge, and you're going to do Culp's Hill.
On a 2-hour tour, we never get to Culp's Hill. Unless
Okay, you notice I
unless-
put that one last, right?
unless they specifically ask for it, we don't go to Culp's Hill
Right.
on the 2-hour tour. Sometimes on the 3-hour tour. Well, heck, even on our tour, how long were we out there? 4 hours. We didn't
Yeah.
get to Culp's Hill either,
Yep.
because we were talking about going through all the other stuff.
Well, do they
So-
suggest to you, like, okay, so if you've got, all right, so I emailed you and told you what I wanted to make sure these guys saw. But if you've got somebody coming in and you're picking up a tour there's no specifics requested by the people coming for the tour, what is your, all right, hey, Phil, we want to rent you for 3 hours.
Yeah.
And I'm not telling you nothing. Where are you taking me in a 3-hour trip?
Taken to the Reynolds Marker, McPherson's Woods, the Peace Light, North Carolina State Monument, set up Pickett's Charge, set up day 2. Maybe, depending on who the people are, I might stop at the Virginia Monument. Otherwise, I go to the Peach Orchard, set up your hero, Danny Boy.
Don't worry, McPherson specialized usually, yeah.
And then we go to Little Round Top, and then Pickett's Charge. The other end at the
Yeah,
angle.
Cemetery
Oh.
Ridge. And,
Yeah. So
That's got to be okay. Well, when I talk to people that really don't have much knowledge of the battle, but they've been up there and love to go to the park. Oh, it's always Devil's Den, Devil's Den, Devil's Den. But I would have to say, as far as, I mean, you can literally, to an extent, there are certain places on that battlefield that you can stand and almost point out and discuss the entire battle.
Yeah. Yep.
And I think one of the well, I mean, you could do a lot of it from, I guess, Cemetery Ridge, Cemetery Hill, the tower. Well, hell, if you could get up in the tower on Culp's Hill, which I'm never ever going to walk up that thing ever again. But
oh,
the little tower
Come
on Oak Ridge, just below the Peace Light.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's a great little tower right there.
Yeah. But you
mean,
can't
wait.
see
Go ahead,
as
go
much
ahead.
as if you go up the Long Street or the Culp Cell Tower.
Yeah, the Longstreet Tower's another one that I probably won't. They got me to go up the Antietam Tower the following day.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had to sit down halfway up.
I'm trying to. My daughter, when she was younger, when we would go there, she would time herself going up them steps, and I think fastest she ever got was like 20 seconds
Oh,
going to the top of that tower there at Antietam.
Wow.
Oh yeah.
By the time we got up there, Jeff was so tired he wouldn't have fell down that fast.
There you go. There's Oak Ridge for you right there, and the tower should be right behind me there.
Yeah. Well, Danny, the test has evolved over the years. The questions are pretty much the same, or not really the same. There are a lot of things in it that changes over the years. But the test, other than the questions changing and maybe the formatting on how the test was set up over the years, that's changed. I wished I could remember. I wished I had a copy or heard some of the stories about the original guide back in 1915, what they had to take. I'd love to
that'd be
see that
cool.
test.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
That was the first guides.
Can you
and-
imagine that? Like
With
you're
that
standing
shoulder?
there giving a tour and there's some old guy in the back that's just like, no, it wasn't.
Well, some of those guides in 1915 that took that test had been guiding since the battle.
Well, yeah, exactly. Like
They
would
were
talk to
in-
guys.
Yeah, they knew the veterans, and
Yeah.
Was
Yeah.
Batchelder involved in that process, creating?
no, this was after
No.
Batchelder. This was after Batchelder.
Who created?
Then-
Who come up with that idea? Who come up with the test idea? I mean,
Well,
I
that
get
would
it.
be
It
the
makes sense, but-
veterans. The veterans came up with what we have now with the battlefield guides here. They showed up 1913 for the 50th anniversary, and they heard some of the stories that some of the tour guides were saying, and they were so far out in left field that the veterans
That's
Complained
exactly how it
to-
happened. Somebody's giving a tour. These guys are like, no, it wasn't.
no one, yeah.
That's
So
awesome.
they complained to the right people, and that's how that was created. We were created. You had to be licensed. You had to be tested and licensed to be a guide at Gettysburg. I think 605. I may be a little high, I may be a little low, but 605 guides from 1915 to now.
Wow.
Holy
That's
smokes.
all we
Legitimate,
had.
legitimate license.
Yeah.
Wow.
Somebody said there's been more people in space
Yeah.
than guides.
Oh,
So, yeah.
so I
Yeah.
assume more guides are needed. How does one start the process?
Well, that process is started by the National Park Service. Our supervisor, she looks at the numbers. She
Mm,
looks at the number of tours, visitation, looks at the number of guides. And then she evaluates it and decides when the next exam will be.
okay.
When I came on board back in 2010, we had 160 guides, which was a good number. We weren't too busy, but we were busy. But over the years, COVID happened. A lot of guides didn't come back. Not that they passed away, they just didn't come back.
Right.
So we got down to 128 guides before we gave this last exam. So, yeah, so there's been more people in space than guides. So she's going to evaluate it again. It'll probably be another year or two before we have another exam.
Okay.
But if you're thinking about doing it, start studying now.
How do they? Because record keeping is always, that's always in question. I mean, we get all these people that Like I'd almost bet I could go over and grab 5 different authors on a specific period of time at Gettysburg writing about the same thing, and I'm going to get 5 different potential stories or bits and pieces that'll be different of little sections. I mean, how does for the testing, I mean, how does the park determine and validate what they're going to put on that test?
Well, what we do is we'll have a group of guides that meet before the exam, and they'll decide what books they're going to use. And Coddington's book is our Bible.
Mhm.
So if you go by Coddington, you're going to do pretty good. Of course, you're going to fall asleep 500 times while you're reading it.
Todd, where is it? I know you got it nearby. Where is it?
Coddington's. I got 2 copies right over here.
Send one to Jeff. He needs something to read.
No,
Send one
we're
to Jeff.
talking the ultimate
Jeff
Bible
can't
that you forced
read.
us to buy,
Yeah.
Phil.
I got my paperback copy is all highlighted from when I was studying, and then I got my hardback. It's pristine. So, but
We're talking about the book that you forced us to buy.
No, wait, I didn't get Coddington. I think you did.
No, I'm talking about the other one.
Oh, that
The
one.
Atlas.
The maps.
the Atlas.
It's a
You gotta have
beautiful
that.
book. That book's
You gotta have
insane.
that.
Oh,
It is.
Yeah,
Oh.
there you go. You got to have that.
yeah.
Do you know how many people
Yeah.
since we went to Gettysburg and we did a show after that? I guarantee you no less than 20 freaking people that watch us have gone out and bought that book.
Yeah.
That book's incredible.
And this is my copy that I have in separated that when I
Oh.
have specialty tours, I'll make
Pull out.
copies of this
Mm.
and I'll give them to the people,
Mm.
Oh,
That's
cool.
awesome.
you know. So that's something I love to do as well. You know, I'll do a tour with people that got ancestors.
Yeah.
And if I know ahead of time, I'll do a little research. And I'll dig up what I can about their ancestor. And I'll give that to them. And I gave one to a group a couple years ago. And the guy was in the 11th Mississippi. And he made it to the wall there at the brine farm or near the brine farm.
Yep.
And he was shot down the back. So he was hit here in this area and it went down
Oh, wow.
and out his rear end. And the family could not figure out why. And I'll get them out there and I show them where they're at. And you're looking at the wall. Now
Yep.
the wall's up here because if you've been there, it's a nice little drop off.
Yep.
And the guys naturally lean forward when they would advance. That's how he was hit in the back. And
maybe he was laying down or something.
no, they're moving forward and he's leaning forward and that he got hit in the back that way. So
Yeah, that Bryant farm, there's a
you know.
dip right there coming off of the farm, where the farm is right behind it. It dips down right to Emmitsburg
yeah.
Road. So yeah, that
Yeah.
makes total sense.
Yeah. So, little things like that. I love doing stuff like that. Putting people in those places where I can do some research and make those connections. Visitation is down. 1977, I think we had over 3 million visitors. Now, the average, of course, minus COVID, we're down high 800s, low 900s, thousands.
Wow.
Wow, I didn't realize that. That's a
Visitation
big
has
drop.
gone way down. Yeah.
Big drop.
Yeah,
I
they
mean, it
don't
doesn't
teach
seem like
history
it.
anymore.
Well, it doesn't seem like it because you go down there. I mean, I've been down there a number of times this year, and always seems busy, even
Yeah.
during weekdays.
Yeah,
Yeah.
can you imagine that place with 3 million people with 4 times as many people
Oh,
wandering around?
I went up there, like I say, that one time I decided to go up there on July 1st one time. And
Yeah.
of course I come down 30 and
Yeah.
I remember coming in to the McHare Ridge, McPherson's Ridge, and seeing all the little groups of look like 100 or 500 in each little group of little kids playing soccer. Just moving around
Yeah.
like a big bubble, in multiple different. And I'm like, I pulled up to where Lee's headquarters was, turned around and went straight back home. I will never go up there on a holiday, a weekend, or during the July 1st to the 4th. I just won't do it.
Yeah.
Which I imagine I'm probably missing a whole lot. I'm not a reenactor. I don't care for that stuff, but
Yeah.
you're probably missing a lot of golden opportunities though by not going up there.
Right. Now my favorite spot on the field, I got a couple. Of course, the peach orchard. And I like the peach orchard because you can see everything.
Yeah,
You
it's
can
another
sit up
spot.
the entire second day from the peach orchard.
Yep.
I like going down, where the 15th Alabama attacked. I like that area as well too. Those are two of my favorite spots.
That's cool.
You know,
Do you have a
like
favorite
Culp's
one
Hill
for?
too.
Do you have a favorite one for each
Go ahead.
the first and third day too?
First day, I kind of like one of my favorite spots to go to on the first day is the quarry,
Oh yeah.
which
Yep.
is down by the Willoughby Run.
Okay.
You stop at the 7th Wisconsin Monument, and there's a trail that goes down to Willoughby Run. Now the quarry is inside a fenced-in pasture, but it gives you an idea of, this is what Brockenbrow was talking about as he's advancing. Why he's got to split his brigade a little bit to go around this big hole in the ground.
Yep.
So that's one of my favorite spots on the first day. Third day,
Yeah, that's an awesome spot there. Now that they got the other side of the
Yeah.
stream protected, it's
Yeah.
going to be even better.
yeah. Now, if it ever gets the way the government works, the plans started when they bought the country club. So when they bought
Right.
that golf course over there, the plan started. I think Scott Hertwig even mentioned when he was ranger there at Gettysburg that they were going to put walking trails and all that in out there. I sat in a meeting this time last year, and we looked at the layout, and they're going to use the actual bridge abutments that used to go to the Catalestine Springs Hotel,
Okay. Yep.
where the old
Good.
trolley train went. They're going to use
Yeah.
that old the bridge abutments. They're still there.
Yeah.
One of
I
those
saw them.
140 things you're supposed to see to be a guide. They're going to put a walking bridge there,
Yes.
and then that's going to go across.
Mm.
But
Across Willoughby's
that might
Run,
be
yeah.
another 10 years before we see that.
I'm
yeah.
not gonna
Yeah.
I'm not gonna bring it up on the screen. I don't know if YouTube doesn't like that, but Richards, I mean, he's got his point. I mean, I was going to say when we're talking about the numbers being down, I mean, there's a different generation out there. I mean,
Yeah.
one of the things you hear about is they don't teach history in school, the history that we all were taught in school.
Right.
They don't do it anymore. And I think, I mean, all right. So Todd, let me ask you. So granted, I know you're a couple years past being 17 or 18 years old, but I'm still one of those people that believes, and I think Todd for me is a great example of it. He went to Gettysburg for his first time, and it flipped the script for him completely on, just in the gaming, just watching me gaming, what he's done, what he's doing now with Civil War. And I keep asking myself, what if I took a 15-year-old or 16-year-old or a 10-year-old or a 12-year-old up there? And I know there's kids that go up there with their parents all the time. I'm sure, and I know there's probably field trips, but I'm wondering, does Gettysburg still have that same effect on today's younger generation that it did on us when we first got a chance to see it? And I can't say that I can witness that because I haven't done that. I remember I used to take my granddaughters up there, but they were, we want to get in the pool. We want to climb on the rocks at Devil's Den. That's where the story started. Or I want to go to the Land of Little Ponies.
Which is closing, by the way.
Yeah.
So my goal, because I've heard this on a lot of car tours, the couple, young adults with kids. I came here when I was in the 8th grade, and I remember doing the artillery drill and things like that, and I had so much fun. I want to bring my kids back. So when I started doing buses, school groups, 8th graders, taking them around the battlefield 4 or 5 years ago, I do infantry drill. I march them. I do artillery drill. I do stuff to get them engaged and, tell them a little bit about what the common soldier went through. And if I just get one kid interested, really out of the 50 on the bus, I think I'm doing good. So,
okay, you're an ex-squid. I'm ex-army. Okay. And I will say this till the end of time. There's nobody in this world alive today that under the stress that those guys were under. All right. Now, granted, maybe, I'm sure in earlier wars and stuff like that.
yeah.
You're not going to walk me 30 miles a day, 7, 10, 8, 15 days. It's not going to happen. I don't know of any painting I've ever seen or any black and white, tintype or whatever of an overweight soldier, other than some generals on a horse somewhere.
Yeah.
I was about to say, what about Winfield Scott? But all right,
Yeah.
we covered it.
Yeah.
And I honestly can't call. I have a lot of young people that I work with. They have no comprehension. I mean, granted, I missed the Civil War by a couple of years, but they have no comprehension of that era in time or anything. Man, my God, most of them half of them don't even know what Vietnam was. They're not going to comprehend.
No.
Forget talking World War II, World War I, and they just And again, I don't know because I'm not there. I can't. They don't teach it. It's not there. And quite frankly, I think the only way you're going to get it is you take some. And I'm even wondering if in college, if you get it, if you're focused in American history, are you even going to get that much detail? It seems to me that the only way you're going to get it now is either one of you guys being there, and these people going to these places and seeing them. And I'm sorry, but I just don't think that the percentage of today's younger generation has any interest.
I have to agree with some of what you said there. Yeah. I mean, these kids nowadays, and to sit and listen to somebody talk for 2 hours, they're not going to do it. They're not going to pay attention. And that's part of our struggle as guides, is keeping the kids engaged. We have groups, when it's a rainy, snowy day and it's cold, we don't get off the bus, and it's hard to keep those 8th graders entertained.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
On a bus because the windows fog up, and it's hard to do. Funny story, I had a group from Tampa, Florida. It was January.
What the hell did they come north for?
Yeah. and the chaperone insisted that we get off the bus. And I said, you realize it's 26 degrees out there. And we're getting off the bus. So we did the first day. We stayed on the bus. And as we're going down Cemetery Ridge, he grabs me and he says, we are going to get off the bus. I said, yeah, we're going to get off at the Virginia Monument. So we got off at the Virginia Monument and we walked around the little oval there, or the arc there, and got back on the bus. And I said, all right, now we're going to go down the road here a couple of 100 yards. We're going to stop at the Florida Monument and we're going to get out and we're going to get our picture taken. He grabbed the mic from me. And he said, the bus driver will slow down and you can take your pictures through the window. And I'm looking at him like, I told you it was cold.
Wow.
Speaking of people who have no comprehension.
No.
It's not. It's just, I'm glad you guys are there because that's all that's left in a sense.
Let me ask you this. Continuing on topics, as Hexy brought it up here. When you do see that glint in the eye from a kid, what does it look like? When you out there and you get a kid interested, what does that actually look like?
They actually start asking questions. They get engaged. They're the ones that are going to come right up next to me and listen to what I'm saying, hanging on every word, trying to get as much knowledge as they can. That's what it looks like when I see it.
Yeah.
They just,
Just-
they get
just-
more involved.
Just engaged, as you
Yeah,
said. Yeah.
just engage. Now, the last comment that was there with the school group coming in February. So, being from Wisconsin, whoever's coordinating the tour, make sure they let the guide know where they're from, and they will try and incorporate that aspect of the tour. So, like when I get a tour from Wisconsin, I try to take people to the Iron Brigade. Sometimes I'm going to the railroad cut. We're talking about the 6 Wisconsin there. So make sure that the coordinators know and they've informed the guide ahead of time what they want to see. I try to get out there before I meet a bus and engage with the chaperones. Hey, what are they studying in school? What do y'all want them to see? I got a group from that comes yearly from Indiana, Elkhart, and that's Company G of the 19th Indiana. And
Nice.
I take them there every year. One year I even took them to the cemetery and showed them one of the guys that's buried up there from their town. The first time I did it, it was hilarious. I marched them down from McPherson's Ridge back down to the 19th Indiana, and then marched them back up. And
Oh,
the
Not in
kid,
January, right? This was probably better weather.
yeah,
August.
yeah, well, March, April.
Yeah.
But one of the kids asked one of the chaperones, "Is this guy making this up?" So and I said, "No, it's exactly what they, Oh, God.
Somebody wants to ask me about if I could go anywhere, completely paid for on vacation, anywhere I want. It's always Gettysburg. There's just no other place. I'm not a thrill seeker. Amusement parks, stuff like that don't do it for me. Just to go up there. I mean, yeah, but I like to go down and see some of the battle stuff around Atlanta. And I mean, I've been to Atlanta a couple times for some training. I just no desire to go out and see those places. But I mean, what I like to sure. I mean, I lived in Tennessee, never went to Shiloh, never went out there. Hell, I lived here, never went to freaking Winchester and Kernstown until these two came out.
I never went to Talladega, and I grew up 30 miles from the track. I never went to Talladega till I moved to Maryland. Then I went.
Sound like Todd buying games back from Noble Night.
All right, so now I want to get in. See, look at this. We've just been see what I tell you. Give us 15 minutes, and we'll just start bombarding you with.
Yeah.
And I guarantee you that in everybody's mind out there, and a lot of people out there, there's probably questions in the back of their head. They just haven't typed them in there yet. And I would think that everybody out there, if they haven't been, or even if they have been, want to go to Gettysburg. You want to go to Gettysburg.
Yeah.
I'll never change my opinion about that. Once you go to Gettysburg, it's like it's something that I don't care where you've been in this world, you have never seen something like this before until you go to Gettysburg.
We used to call it GAS, Gettysburg Addiction Syndrome.
yeah,
Fair.
yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
And I like Culp's Hill too. I mean, I don't say it's just
I'll
the
take
story is
people
not
down there and show them, where the Iron Brigade was there on Culp's Hill.
Yeah.
I'll take them down and show them where the 6th Wisconsin fought, down there in the Swale, the Traverse area. So, Yeah.
First Corps was pretty busy on 1 and 2.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Do other battlefields require similar testing or something, or like which other battlefields kind of have this, not this, maybe this level, but
So at the level we're at, Vicksburg until 9 months ago, they had licensed guides like us,
Mm.
but they shut down their program.
Oh.
Wow.
They only had 25 guides.
Yeah.
And they do not have the visitation that we have. And
Yeah.
so it was because of budget cuts and staffing. They just cut it. Now those guides will still be there, but they'll be working out of Chamber of Commerce or something like that down there.
Oh, okay.
So
it's
yeah, they're still going to be.
independent of the national
Yeah. Antietam, they're certified guides. The parks, they're tested, I want to say, by Western Maryland Historical Association.
Okay.
And the Park Service agrees to use them.
Yeah, except their damn museum is empty.
Yeah. They
Yeah.
still ain't fixed that leak. I
That
was
was-
just up there a couple of weeks ago.
That was supremely disappointing. Like,
Yeah.
there's because they left everything except for the artifacts there.
Yeah.
So you're reading about this thing, and you look around like, where is it?
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
not there.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
pretty weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got problems with that building, big time.
Was- All they
Yeah.
pulled out was the artifacts.
Yeah. Jeff's trying to find that $100 he owes me.
Hey, I hope you didn't spend that money I gave you up in Gettysburg because I made that morning before we got
You
up there.
did? All right. All right. Well, we got away with it. So Antietam's got some. Chickamauga, I've heard, is starting. I've had a few people talk about those guides. Central Virginia has a group of guides as well. They cover Spotsylvania, Fredericksburg, all the way down to the 7 days.
Mm.
So
Can you imagine trying to have like that level of knowledge for just say, oh, I'm a Shenandoah Valley guide. Cool. Here's like 80 engagements for you to understand over the course of 5 years.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I did a wilderness tour for GBACW last year at Fredericksburg.
Mm.
I did Spotsylvania too. Did 2 walks down there for them. So
God, that'd be cool.
oh yeah, we had. I got there late. I wasn't there for the first part of that event. I was there for the second. I got there on Wednesday, and everybody was gone, just about. So
Yeah, that's usually the case.
But that
Everybody
was a
just-
fun little event. So
Oh, yeah, I hope I did.
yeah.
I'm
And I
looking
like,
for
like
something.
we were talking earlier, I do all this reading and research, and then I go and play a game, and I can look at the map, and I can, yep, you're gonna need that. You're gonna
Hey,
need that.
I would have never got this if those two hadn't have said something. Let me tell you something, man.
Yeah.
We had so much fun with you at Gettysburg.
Yeah.
And then we went to Antietam, and I had not, like I say, Antietam's 15, 20 minutes for me, and I hadn't been there in forever. And we had such a great freaking time. And everybody, and see, Phil, I haven't talked to you since then. Where was it? The Westwood?
Yeah.
Over to where Early was, where the fingers are to the left of the pike by the
Yeah.
cornfield.
The Westwoods.
Yeah.
Where we ran into those guides.
Yeah, there were 2 guys sitting there, older fellows.
It was
And-
awesome.
Oh man, they were just sitting there in lawn chairs. There was nobody there in that area. They got up out of their chairs, gave us briefing, talked to us, answered questions, and they were not park employees.
Oh wow.
They were just 2 dudes living their best life, hanging out.
Yeah, hanging out at the battlefield.
It was cool.
It was fun.
Oh,
But yeah,
well,
I went to the bathroom, and when I came back out, the guy was they had told the guy that I was ex-military, and he was handing me my card. And I'm like, I never knew this.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yep.
So you
Yeah,
people out there, if
we've-
you're ex-military and you go to one of these parks, ask about your
Yeah.
because some places you got to pay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So-
Harper's Ferry is one.
Yep.
That's where I got mine. It was at Harper's Ferry. I just happened to have my Navy hat on, and the guy there when you're pulling in, he says, "Oh, you're Navy?" Yeah, and he goes, "Oh, here, you need one of these." Yeah, so I was like, "Great, don't have to pay this $20 anymore." All right.
That's
Jackpot.
Yeah, yeah.
But I mean, I tell you, the three of us, that 4 or 5 days they ran here that's
Yeah.
probably one of the most memorable things for me that I can think of. Good time at Gettysburg, good time over in Winchester
Yeah.
and Kernstown. Good time. It's funny how we got to Kernstown. That was hilarious how we found
Yeah.
that. And then Antietam, just a blast. Just
Yeah.
Todd and I did a little 2 brigade on 2 brigade setup for GBACW to get him started, and which is we're going to go down that road here in just a second. So
Yeah.
and him and McMurray played some games. They even brought me 4 stacks of games, and I had one naval game I was trying to get rid of, and I sent it home with McMurray, and a little bastard left me a naval game here to. And now I'm going to play one that's getting
Which
sent.
one?
Yeah, what did I leave you, Jeffy?
What did I give you? The Ironclads or
Yeah, you gave me a Kinto Ironclads. What did I leave you though?
War in the Pacific? Victory in
Oh, the
the
big
new one
one?
you got from Compass Games that you like the old version better.
Oh,
Oh, I gave you. Yeah, it's
War
the
at Sea.
new War at Sea.
so I went to Winter Offensive last weekend and
Oh,
played
yeah.
GCACW.
Yeah.
And I got waxed. I was 0 for 4 and eliminated in the tournament after 2 games. Bad. I could
Yeah.
not roll to save my life in GCACW. A
You're
friend of
going the big
mine,
leagues there, though.
a friend of mine was playing ASL, and he came over and I asked him how he was doing. He said, "I keep rolling high." And I said, "Well, look, I'll go play ASL. You come over here and play this, because my rolls would have been great over there." But after I got eliminated, a guy, David G, he had asked me the year before to teach him GBACW. So we looked around the room and we broke out by swords and bayonets, and we played Big Bethel. I walked him through that, taught him it. And Ken Lee kept calling us the loser table. Go over to the loser table, But he was a good sport. He let us, and I mean, there was a guy over here in one corner. He had a Compass game set up, playing Russia Besieged. And there were some Euro games going on as well too. They said they had a pretty good, a higher attendance, and I know we did on the GCACW side. But looking at that room, I don't know. I mean, it didn't look like there was that many ASL players there as the year before, and the year before that. So, but it was a good time.
Danny, we're going to save that question. We're going to make him answer that question later.
Yep.
Right? Okay, let's pop this thing off real quick here, because you and I were talking about it before we started. So for those of you out there, so the first time that I caught Phil doing something internet-wise was he did something for Stuff Writer up on Oak Hill, and you can find that on YouTube. But a while back, he popped up on a CBS show, and he was the first candidate on their show. So while I'm not going to ask him to give us the down low and dirty guts of that,
Dancing with the Stars, baby.
I want to know how that happened, how that came to be that you were part of that.
Okay, so the day of the exam, December of 2 years ago, I was at registration. So I can't even remember the alphabet that were coming to me and checking in with me. I gave them the exam, and then they went to their rooms. And the reporter, he walked up and asked me something, and I don't remember what it was. And then he walked off. And so we get all the exams handed out. All the people are in the back getting ready. I'm helping to clean up. I'm the last one there. And he grabs me. And he starts talking to me and asking me questions. And I'm assigned to a room. And I'm talking and trying to get away at the same time. But I went and got away from him, went and did that. And he got a hold of me later. He sent me an email, and next thing I know, I'm giving him a tour of the battlefield because they wanted to know, what it was like to get a tour. So I gave them a tour, and that's what you saw in the video. And then we went over to Devil's Den, and I showed them. We went to the sharpshooter spot there in Devil's
where the
Den.
picture was taken?
Yeah, where the picture was taken. Well, we actually went down to where he was originally killed. That guy
Okay.
was killed and before they
Before he
drug him
got
up.
drug up.
Triangular field, yeah.
So, we were down there doing some talking, and then that was pretty much it for me. That was my part. And then he left me, and he was actually going to interview Frazanito after they talked to me, Bill Frazanito.
Oh,
So they shot the rest of that, and I didn't have much interaction with them after that. So he contacted me a couple of times, but that was it. That was how I got roped into that. So
it's kind of interesting that how that even occurred. I mean,
yeah.
I would have never expected to see CBS's tag in front of something that that.
What started it was a month or two prior to that in the Wall Street Journal, there was an article, and they interviewed 3 people studying for the test. All right. So that's what sparked CBS's interest, I guess.
That's where I think I saw that documentary about the testing, because there was a woman that she had tested like, I don't know, 5 or 6 times or something.
Oh, yeah.
And she finally passed it.
Yeah. Oh, was that Judy, the one at the end?
I can't remember.
Yeah.
She was the only female that I remember seeing in that. It was.
Yeah. Now Judy, she passed it, and her story that was kind of similar to mine. She just happened to be in the wrong place at the wrong time, and they actually wanted to ride in the car with her for her test.
Mm.
Oh
And
gosh.
she told them no way.
Yeah, no
Yeah,
way.
no shit.
Yeah.
You're already under so much pressure, and now you're on.
You want
Yeah.
to look
So-
good doing it.
So
Now
what
in
they-
front of no one.
Yeah. So what they did was they set up, they knew the route and they knew the day she was going to take the exam, and they just filmed her from far away. She was surprised when she walked out the door and saw him sitting there. So
Yeah, I would be too.
yeah, but that was a neat little experience. I have fun with some of the people. They're like, oh, we saw this CBS thing, and oh, great. You don't recognize me? So,
I don't remember what it was, because your name was not in the title, and then I remember I said, "Oh, this ought to be interesting," and I turned it on. I was like, "Look at here, he's in the first."
Yeah. And the other, my name. I get.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Market,
every
hell yeah.
tour, I get asked, is that
Hey, just
your
curious,
real name?
Is your middle name Breech Loader, or what's?
No,
Muscle
actually,
loading.
Phillips my little middle name.
Still
Stephen Phillips.
loading musket.
Yeah.
Yeah. Phil rifled musket.
Yeah.
Outstanding.
All right, so
Yeah.
I want to ask you one more question. Then we're going to talk about what we all love to do. So,
Yeah.
I have one more before we migrate.
go
to.
ahead. Go ahead. Fire away.
No, my point is I was going to kind of wait till the end of the whole thing, because it occurs to me I should have asked this right at the start. If somebody is visiting Gettysburg, right, and they want to get a tour with Phil Musket, is there a way for them to do that, or are you guys just randomly assigned?
Well, as I'm looking for the phone number, so you can call. Let me find the phone number here. I may have to go get my.
We need to put this in the video description or something, Jeff.
Yeah, let me grab my phone real quick. Hold on.
In the description when I post.
I meant to ask this right at the start, and it completely left my mind when I remembered you talking about Sickles being the greatest officer ever.
Yeah, you disappeared when we discussed that while you were away.
Yeah.
What, when you booted me and you did your little techno magic so I couldn't hear anybody?
All right, so they can call the the Association Licensed Battlefield Guides. The phone number is 717-337-1709. All right, they can call there, or they can call the Gettysburg Foundation at 1-877-874-2478.
Okay.
And if I'm busy, there's, like I say, there's 134 other guides that are just as good, or if not better than I am.
Thank God.
If you're busy, they'll come back a different day.
Yeah.
Well, I think what would be cool is you're going to get just slightly different perspectives on stuff. Like you said, everyone's got an
Yeah.
interest and a
Yeah.
Everybody's got their own
specialty.
thing.
So
Yeah.
But Phil, can they actually say, "Hey, I want Phil Musket because I saw him on this
They
week"?
can, but if if I'm already
But if you're
booked,
busy, if you're
Yeah,
busy, that's
yeah.
but
'Cause I
they can make the list.
because
Or you
Judy
can take the Hexy approach and just bypass all that shit and email him.
just emailing. Yeah. So Judy and I both. Judy was the one at the end of the CBS special. I was at the start. Both of us were getting calls to the or tours through the foundation where people were
Mhm.
specifically, "Oh, we want that history teacher. Oh, we want Phil." So yeah. So, but
Come on, guys. Phil's buying a boat. Book your tour.
Richard,
I-
it's not. It's a maneuver game.
Yeah, I suppose you could do that with any of the, if you knew another licensed battlefield guide, you could
Yeah.
ask their name too. So
yeah,
it's
like
anybody.
we were talking the Iron Brigade stuff.
Yep.
Richard Goodcoop. He's a guy that knows that. 11th Corps, Stu Dempsey. Those guys. And Stuart Dempsey, he's our 11th Corps guru, but he also does tours. He gives tours in Europe.
Oh,
Band of Brothers tours, Ardennes tours, Battle of the Bulge, things like that.
That's
Nice.
wild.
Well, as far as
So, yeah.
YouTube goes, there's only there's maybe 4 or 5 of y'all that I see. Of course, everybody probably knows Matt Atkinson.
Yeah.
no doubt. And there's Flock. Is his name Flock or?
Yeah, I know who you're talking about. Yeah.
You see a lot of him.
He's not
The
a
guy
Gettysburg.
that I actually learned that Huger's name was actually Hughie, old scruffy guy I haven't seen him in a long time, but
Yeah.
I see some of the stuff from him. Those are the ones you see at the talks that they do,
Yeah.
the winter talk,
Yeah.
the winter lectures. I haven't watched many of them. I need to watch all the ones they've done this year. So
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Away from what you do tour guiding and away from gaming, because we're going to talk about gaming here in a second. You and the missus, okay?
Easy.
Other hobbies outside of this historical?
Oh, okay.
Well,
Andrew.
no.
Or joys, things you all like to do that's not associated with what you professionally do.
No, because even when we go on cruises, we kind of gravitate to the historical things
that's cool.
on those tours.
When you go on your Trafalgar cruise, please let me know.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Off Cadiz. Yeah. Just call.
Yeah. yeah. I mean, we got.
I was
she's
thinking
got
more of
her-
a Mississippi cruise.
Yeah. No. This is celebrity and those tours, princess tours. So, not those hulking gray. No, not those tours. But she likes fabrics. She weaves. She crochets. She does all that stuff. I mean, I don't have my keychain on me, but she made a keychain for me, weaving.
Nice.
So she's used to make reenactor dresses,
Ooh,
and
wow.
she used to make some of the uniforms. So she's told me, some of her stories, how they make the uniforms, and I've told her mine. So we kind of complement each other. So
That's
when
very
I'm
cool.
doing tours and there's women in the car, I can throw some of those stories in. So we're going to Luray next weekend for Valentine's Day, And I guarantee you, we will be at probably Cross Keys or Port Republic. We'll go to some of those places.
That's
Yeah,
cool.
it's
'Cause
just
she
right over
enjoys it
there.
too. Yeah.
It's right over.
I still say that's down the valley, not up the valley.
Yeah, it's up the
Well,
yeah.
you're just not from Virginia, Jeff. You're just not from Virginia.
I still haven't grasped that concept yet, but somebody tells me it's because of the way the river flows or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's where the river
Yeah.
flows.
Yep. Yep.
Jeff's from West Virginia.
Yeah. We went to Dalton. It was the same trip we went to Chickamauga. It's been 4 or 5 years ago. And it was 100 degrees. We did Chickamauga in one day. We planned for 2. We did it in one day. It was so hot. And we drove down to Dalton to the Historical Society. And we got to talking to the lady that runs the Dalton Area Historical Society. And she took my wife and I up to the attic, and she showed us all of this chenille fabric, stuff that they made.
Yeah.
And we were talking Civil War, and they were going through all this chenille, and all of their buildings were closed. I think it was a Monday or something we were there. And the lady just said, fine. She said, pack all this up. I'm going to go show you all the historical houses here in town. And she took us and opened up every one of their historical places and let us walk through it.
Oh, wow.
Joe Johnston's headquarters, where Pat Claiborne said, hey, why don't we arm the blacks? Stood in the same room where that happened.
Wow.
Took us to a couple of other houses around there. It was just an amazing trip. And it all because, Civil War and fabrics. Boom. Next thing I know, I'm standing in the same room Joe Johnston was standing in. Patrick Claiborne, who's one of my heroes of the Civil War. Living the dream. So yeah.
Another overlooked general, I think.
Yeah.
Cool.
Oh yeah. Yep. Where he attacked, what was it said? Where he defended, no one took. Where he attacked, they didn't stay, except for one, and he fell there.
I was going to say the last one.
The one that probably shouldn't have happened.
Yeah, that was Shelby Foote's book, where I remember reading that. Yep.
How about the Appomattox? You ever venture that way?
Yeah. Yep. Her and I went down there 2 years ago. And it had changed a lot since the last time I was there. Last time I was there was 1990. When I surrendered. It was 125th anniversary, and I was there at the reenactment, and she said she wanted to go, and I said, I ain't going back there. I've already surrendered. Well, we went back, and I use that now as an example of trying to remember things. So when these guys are writing about the Civil War 10, 20 years later, how accurate can it be? Because here I am 20 years later, 30 years later, I'm standing there in that stretch of the road there at Appomattox Courthouse, and I could not tell her where I was actually standing. I could just say somewhere in here in this area is where I was. I could not.
That much change. I've never been down there, so
yeah.
I like to. I've only read, I think, one time. I'm trying to think where I want to say it was in Lee's Lieutenants. I can't remember, but about Longstreet's meeting with Custer before the surrender, and I get the impression that Longstreet treated him like a wet pup.
Yeah,
his arrogance, Custer's arrogance, and Longstreet. You got to. God, it would be so cool to. You almost wish they had voice recordings and moving pictures from that time period, because I would love to hear the way some of these, because people tell the stories of the God-fearing, Bible-beating, the gentlemanly approach to everything, but how violent they could be in combat, and and then you get the movies that talk about how they, what Behringer says, religious or something like that. We like our men to be religious, and Jackson not wanting to fight on Sundays, but unless there was just a definitive opportunity to do. You hear these things and you wonder, okay, so how much of that do we know is fact? And then even if it is fact, you got to wonder, what were these people like? We're never going to comprehend that.
No.
How much honor and integrity was there? And then what they were fighting for, the state of contention that's always about over the years.
Yeah.
And it's to try to tie the two things together, the honor,
Yeah.
the integrity, the religion, and the dedication. I mean, come on, man. Look, you're not going to drag me up to freaking Seminary Ridge and point a mile across the field and tell me in 100-degree heat that I'm going to walk across there and I'm going to run into the face of cannons and troops with freaking bayonets and canister beam. I'm sorry, I don't know any humans today that are going to do that unless they're completely blind and deaf.
Yep, I think to answer your previous question, that documentary "Gods and Generals" said Jackson fought for lemonade.
Oh, wow.
I believe.
Yeah.
Well, it Mike, fire back at, what are they fighting for? Just go back and read the secession documents.
Yeah.
That's all you got to do. That's what they were fighting for.
Read those first-person documents, across the periods. Yeah.
Yeah. That all that lost cause stuff afterwards,
Well, that's all early. Just being mad about Gettysburg.
Yeah. Getting fired.
That's a great story.
There at the end.
There's a story right there, man. Jubal Early.
The bad old man.
Yeah. What a story.
Yeah. Armistead got kicked out of West Point for breaking a plate over his head. They got in an argument at West Point and he broke a plate.
Is it true that he was still the only field grade officer that never signed the papers after the war or whatever?
It may be. I'm not sure. It may be a parole or the
parole. Yeah.
Parole. Yeah, it may be. It may be.
That just amazes me.
Yeah.
Anybody got any other tour guiding questions?
Well, yeah, I guess this is a broad. Or you want to move on to games? Is that because?
Yeah, but go ahead. Go ahead and pop those.
My question might lead. No, I don't have anything from there. But what other areas of history interest you?
World War II has always been a big interest for me. I've really gotten into the Indian Wars the last 3 or 4 months. I read a book on the 2nd U.S. Cavalry, which is called Jeff Davis's Own.
Okay.
And Jefferson Davis, when he was Secretary of War, he created this unit and he handpicked the officers. Colonel Albert Sidney Johnston, Lieutenant Colonel Robert E. Lee, Major William Hardy, later a Major George Thomas, John Bell Hood, Earl Van Dorn.
He took Pretty Boy?
Huh?
Yeah,
Earl Van Dorn.
Earl Van Dorn?
Yeah, Earl Van Dorn was the only guy that fought a successful fight against the Comanches out there.
Wow.
Almost got him killed. There's a guy, Garrard, the guy on Little Round Top that took over Weed's brigade after Weeds was killed. Garrard was in the 2nd United States Cavalry. So all of these guys, some of them connected to Gettysburg. And I've just really gotten into a kick on that here lately.
Interesting. Okay.
Just read The Empire of the Summer Moon. I just finished that one.
Boy, Ross is kicking himself now for not being here.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like his whole thing.
Yeah, he's.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Fitzhugh Lee was in that unit too. So all of these guys. So Jefferson Davis, if he can pick the slant, he picked all Southerners into that unit.
Or that
so
Biden with George Thomas.
Yeah.
Camp and I don't like to talk about Lee's sons in public.
Who Fitzhugh? Oh, that's his cousin. How about William?
Don't worry, they got their due in other battles.
Yeah.
All right, so that's World War II. I've never thought to even consider that.
Yeah.
Me, but.
So World War II, I got interested in that talking to my grandfather.
Mm.
He was in. Oh, let me grab another book. Hold on.
I always wonder
Grandfather,
what kind of library these guys have.
Grandfather, that's generations.
All right, I think I hit the button. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we hear.
Okay. All right. So he was in the 475th Fighter Group. All right. He was in the Clover Squadron.
Mm-hmm.
There was 3 squadrons. They flew P-38s. He
Mm.
Hell
loaded
yeah.
machine guns. And he was showing me the pictures. Charles Lindbergh, these guys that toured the Southwest Pacific during the war.
Yeah.
All of these fighter pilots, aces, Richard Bong, he had pictures of these guys. So that started me down that World War II track. So
are you telling me that over on your freaking game bookcase somewhere, you're going to have all these DBG airplane games and
no.
okay, good. We
No.
were fixing to cut ties if we were going down that road.
No. Now I've got some Navy games.
Oh.
Hell yeah. Let's talk about those for the next 20 minutes.
Okay, I'm going to say it because I was telling the guys earlier that Roy Matheson reached out to me today from War Game Diary and asked me if I wanted to review the Battle of the Bismarck Sea, which is coming out, I guess, in their next magazine. I'm like,
Yes.
I said,
Yes,
"Roy," I
you
said,
do.
What
Yes,
I said,
you
all my buddies
do.
are harassing me to play a naval game.
Look
I
at
said,
McMurray.
let's do it.
Yeah.
Yes, you do.
Yeah.
He's gonna send me I guess it's just a magazine game. I don't think it's I don't know if it's, I don't know anything about it yet, but he's gonna send me
You know the address.
and I'll do it. I promise you guys I will do. So that will knock off one of my 2 oddball tasks for this year coming. The other one will be Flames of War on my living room floor if I ever get around to doing that. So.
No, you're still playing Flying Colors too.
Well, yeah, and I hope Mark Herman sends
Now,
me it.
I just bought 3 of those games of that series, Flying Colors, and I'm struggling to learn it. I'm struggling.
Okay.
Yeah.
We can figure that out.
We can get you back on and do a playthrough.
I got a little bit of a refresher today.
Uh-oh, you're getting ready to get drug in, Phil. That's how I got Champ and Ross. That's how we got them in here.
The other thing that I want to learn is ASL. I have got
Oh boy.
I have got ASL stuff in shrink wrap. I played Squad Leader in high school. I played the old Squad Leader in high school.
The
and
classic
I
version.
enjoyed
Yeah,
it.
great. Oh, it's great.
Which real quick, sorry, I know we'll just hop right back and we'll go back to ASL. Which 3 Flying Colors did you get?
I got the Flying Colors original. I got the Southern Moon.
Okay.
Southern Cross.
And then the White Star or White Cross?
White Star. Yeah.
McMurray.
Yeah.
What?
Isn't that the one I sent home with you?
It
I
is.
think it is. Yeah.
It is. Dude, that was awesome because that box has almost everything for ironclads, like all the extras and stuff.
Yeah.
I have told them that if there was a naval game that I would play, Flying Colors, it just looks pretty to me. And that would be the one. So Mark Herman said when he gets the new release, he's going to send me his original.
Yeah.
So.
Because when I went to Historicon last year, they were playing flying colors with miniatures.
Yeah.
Miniature ships.
Yeah.
Of course, I was doing the SPI games, so I was busy doing that. Terrible Swift Sword, I was running that. And at Historicon this year in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, July 16th and 20th.
Todd, you always told me I should do that.
We're doing SPI again.
They're doing the SPI because I was talking with Russ Gifford about that too. I was trying to get down to that, but several things came up and I couldn't make it.
Yeah, that SPI thing was cool. I thought that was really neat they did that.
We're doing that again, except this year I'm going to bring Terrible Swift Sword, but we're not going to play. We're not scheduled. Gleam of Bayonets, the original, is scheduled to be played.
Oh, nice.
And then I'm going to bring a bunch of the SPI magazine games.
Okay.
And set them up. And hopefully we'll have a bigger turnout. We had a good turnout last year. Richard Smith was there last year. He walked in.
He's such a pleasant guy, and I haven't seen
Yeah.
him since we were doing the.
Yeah.
I'll get a comment from him every now and then. You know
Yeah.
what? You know what? Hey, we're going to put this monkey to bed right now. Okay.
What's that?
I got a tour guide right here that hopefully he has the knowledge that we're going to impart on you all right now about old Braxton Bragg. All right. Maybe he wasn't the most liked and super sharp general in the West or whatever, but I've heard that he was pretty top notch at the academy. That his
Where?
knowledge base, that his
At the
tactics,
academy?
yeah,
Oh, tactics.
that he was the top of his class when it came to that stuff, from what I understand. Am I wrong? Or am I?
I'm not sure about his West Point standing, but I do know that supposedly he's the only person that ever argued with himself.
Mhm.
He was appointed the commissary officer or the quartermaster officer, and he was a company commander. And as a company commander, he requisitioned some shoes. As the supply guy, he disapproved it. As the captain of the company, he re-requested with further explanation. As the supply guy, he disapproved it again. And I don't know who the colonel was, but the colonel would say, "My God, Bragg, you're now arguing with yourself."
I did not know that. See, I
Yeah.
love these stories.
The guy that wrote Grady McWhitney, I think's his name, who wrote Bragg's biography. It's 2 volumes. He hated Bragg so bad after he finished the first one, he had a graduate student do the second one. Nobody liked Bragg except Jefferson Davis. So
There we go. Ross got me covered.
yeah.
I wish Ross would get home and get on here because he probably got all
Yeah.
kinds of-
Yeah.
Yeah, we're in the GCACW game we're playing. There's a role that you can make, and if you can get what is it called? You can brag insubordination or something like that.
Oh yeah, insubordination. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then you get a -1.
Yeah, you can do that.
You got a -1 on your roll there too. When they go insubordinate.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
Yeah.
But that's what the Civil War is interesting to study. You just got that kind of stuff going
I
on.
played my son and I played Macklemore Cove last month. Or not
okay.
last month, last year. Yeah, my son loves GCACW. Now, the problem is I got him. He's a Normandy guy, and we played Utah Beach, and now he's all GTS. So he's wanting to get into that. So I'm like, man, that system's hard. I'm trying to learn.
Play Day of Days. That's a wonderful game.
There's some new SCS stuff. We've been talking about that. There's quite a few lovely games that are fixing to come out between MMP and GBATW.
Yes.
Okay, so let's go down. We're going down. We need to go down the
games. Yeah, I mean it's getting late.
We've been games. 2 hours and we've been kicking around. I told you this is how this crap goes with us.
Yeah.
We get to rolling on something, and this is how things go. So, and the funny part about it is after this is done, in about a week, if people get a chance to look at this, then I'll start getting the questions, and I'll have to scratch my head and think about, oh shit, what did we do?
Yeah.
But fortunately, Todd likes to go in there and he'll pick up some of the comments sometimes, and he'll respond to people. So, okay, let's just go ahead and get into gaming, and we're gonna go ahead and just get specific. Okay, so Nord did post a question. I want you to answer that one first earlier.
Okay.
You got it? Do you have it up here?
What is your favorite ACW game? Not system, but game.
American Civil War game. I got to go with Three Dog.
That seems to be the standard for everybody, which...
Yeah. Terrible Swift Sword I enjoy as well, but Three Dogs, since I discovered that, and because I've played Terrible Swift Sword before that, but that's my favorite ones. Those regimental level games or what I like. So that
Is that playing the full campaign of Three Dog, or do you like doing the scenarios?
Well, the second Three Dog didn't have that many scenarios, so I would just play the campaign game till I got tired of it, and then move on to something else. but I never Terrible Swift Sword. They had a better choice of scenarios. They had a Culp's Hill. They had a whole second
Mhm.
day.
Yep. Yep.
Um, so I played those a lot too. But those two are my top two.
I,
Civil War.
I mean, I think with that Atlas book, some people are like, ASL, there's third-party publishers.
Yeah.
I think with that Atlas book, you don't need to maybe publish them for sale, but you could definitely publish or post like scenarios based on that Atlas and
Oh yeah.
GBACW, Blind Sword, any of those kind of
Yeah.
smaller scale. I mean,
Yeah.
good Lord, there's so many.
Yeah.
I finally got this thing, Todd. That seems like the same sort of idea, except for this is a little. He's already done the math for you.
Huh.
Where'd you find that at?
Is that miniatures?
Oh, the one
it's-
in town?
No, this actually. I mean, I wound up finding it on Amazon. Brad
Oh.
Butkovich has a ton of books.
Yeah.
But basically, it's this one is specifically Gettysburg regimental scenarios. But then he breaks down.
Oh, that's cool.
But it's rules agnostic. So he breaks down, and for each brigade, he's got the regiments broken down, and then he's got it broken down by, okay, does your stand or figure represent however many guys? And then he's got how they're armed, and then even the nice thing that you don't see a lot, I'm trying to point to the right thing, right column, he's got a status. So for like it's not super in depth, but just determining kind of, okay, what kind of quality / morale are we looking at here, which is not something you find often. It's not
That's
too
pretty
terribly hard
cool.
to find numbers, but
All right.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
yeah,
Gettysburg
this
is
one's
small.
specifically Gettysburg.
There's a lot of, I mean, of all the battles, that one's, it seems to be well accounted for strengths. I mean, of units and stuff. Whether or not, they're perfectly matched, but
Yeah.
You just gotta get close. I mean,
so, okay. So, all right, Phil. So,
Uh-huh.
okay. So I get introduced to you with Stepping into Heaven.
Right.
Okay. So when did you come into the new GBACW? And was it Three Dog that you came in with? And do you own all of them?
Three Dog was my first one. Yeah. So I got that one and started rolling into the other ones. The last one, the one that took me the longest to get, was River of Death. And that
Still
one
yeah,
cost me a
check
pretty
them
good
out.
penny.
Yeah.
Yeah. That one cost me a pretty good penny. I hope my wife doesn't see this. Yeah, I've got them all now. And that was the gateway drug. Now, was I playing it right? Probably not. When we got together at Corbin's, well, maybe even before that, at one of Fernbecker's get-togethers, I really started to learn the system. The Gettysburg event, I was going to play a different game, but somebody backed out of Stepping into Hell.
And you and Stigler took command.
Well, Stigler had the right flank. He had the 5th Corps and 9th Corps, those guys up there. I had the guys on the bottom. So that was intimidating. So Albert comes over and says, "Hey, Phil, I want you to play this." So I move over to this table. I got Stigler to my right. I got Bill Byrne to my left. I got Jim Anderson in front of me.
Jim Anderson, yeah.
And I'm like, okay, it's your move. I was actually scared to move because it's like, am I going to get, am I going to mess up? But that was fun, getting involved with that and having a great time. Stigler,
we gave
Stigler
Jim a
and I
nickname.
played
What was
again
the nickname we gave Jim?
Zero. Oh, every time he'd roll a shock, he'd get a 0. Every time he rolled a shock attack, he got a 0 that one day. Stigler was calling him Zero. I can't remember what he called him. But you were making fun of me because I was barefoot.
Yep, I got
While I
videos
too. Yeah. But that was really when I started getting into the game and learning the mechanics a little, where I could really get in there and play test. I started. Bob Washington and I are doing some play testing on Wilson's Creek. We're going to be doing Belmont after we do a Martinsburg game for Bill.
Whoa. Martinsburg?
Yeah, Martinsburg is going to be in Gleam of Bayonets too.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Where I live?
Oh no, not Martinsburg. I'm sorry.
Shepherdstown.
Shepherdstown.
Still, I
Shepherdstown.
mean, yeah.
I'm sorry, not
Yeah.
Martinsburg. Shepherdstown.
There's a Shepherd, couple of them.
Yeah. Oh, so Bob has taught me a lot more playing him, via Vassal with the rules. He's going to be at Harper's Ferry too. He lives outside of St. Louis, just west of St. Louis. So
There you go, McMurray. There you go, buddy.
yeah,
Todd, we have to find Bob.
Bob. Yeah.
We're just gonna
What,
start driving west on 70, yelling Bob out the window.
Yeah. He'll probably be watching this. Maybe.
Bob, reach out. We both live in St.
Yeah.
Louis. We can
Yeah.
play games. That'd be
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah. So it's grown into something I love. I love playing it. I'm not going to make a decision on the simple rules until I actually play it. Because I've spent so much time trying to learn the rules.
Right.
You
Full
know,
Right.
rule. Full
Right
rule.
up here, we have like the number 2 naysayer of the simple rules,
yeah.
who
Okay.
now is just
Yeah.
in awe.
Yeah. But see, I like GC ACW too. I've been playing that since 2003 was my first WBC I went to, and I played it there. And I love
Very good
those
system.
games too.
Very good system.
I love those, except for when my dices go bad. God, I was.
That's every system. That's not just,
Yeah. Oh my gosh. I mean, in the first round in the tournament,
Amen, David.
the guy rolled a 6. He walked right into Spotsylvania. You know, I rolled crappy on my march. He was able to walk right into Spotsylvania, and he won the game. Now,
Alan's getting ready to wander into Vicksburg here.
yeah.
Sorry, Richmond.
Now he came up. He ended up being in the finals and lost. So I lost to the guy who lost in the finals. So, but yeah, I was just horrible rolls. And you're playing Thunder on the Mississippi.
No, Ross is playing Thunder on the Mississippi.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, yeah.
Yeah, Ross is. Let me tell you something. Him and Camp and Todd, these guys will deep dive the stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm not necessarily the deep dive. I don't know. I'm always. I guess I'm like a kind of a game battlefield news reporter. That's how.
Yeah.
I approach when I shoot. And it works. It works for me. And enough people like the stuff. So, but I mean, I'm not. My knowledge base is not as deep as these guys are when it comes to this stuff. But I think I'm okay. I'm not too shabby with what I know about. I don't know. I think maybe my experience is going to be coming from being Army and combat and stuff like
Yeah.
that. I mean, who actually of any of us could associate what it was really like,
Oh.
other than what we read or
Right.
the knowledge we get from people.
Impossible.
Yeah.
But I mean, we with Ross and Alan coming into this group, this really has just been a great effect for us because we've got a taste of everything with McMurray and miniatures and Todd dabbles in miniatures to Alan and Ross and their depth of knowledge on the stuff and what they like to do. And we all like to, the 3 of us like to play the super detailed stuff.
Yeah.
All right. And Andrew with his knowledge with the tabletop miniatures and stuff, and he likes to play a lot of the fast hitting hex and counter stuff and every stuff. And he again when we're chit chatting in Facebook at night, and 2 hours later when we're done chit chatting, he's played the game from start to finish. Or we'll wake up in the morning, we'll have a battle report from him. He's aggressive. He gets
Right.
after things when he's playing the game. I mean, I guess
Yeah,
that's
when I was on nights, that was dangerous, man. There was
Yeah.
that like 2-week stretch where I played 12 games or something.
Woof. Man.
Well, it's because I kept my sleep schedule. So the world goes to sleep and I got another, 6, 7, 8 hours to just,
Yeah.
what am I going to do?
so.
Yeah.
Again,
GBACW, okay. Obviously, I got to assume that's your favorite system, no doubt in my mind.
Yeah.
From what
Oh,
I've
yeah.
seen of it. and you've never strayed from that system, from what I gather. GCCW, that's cool. So we don't have Three Dog. Three Dog was never made. All right, it was never made. No volumes, no, were never made. What follows up Three Dog for you in that system?
In that system, Death Valley.
Oh yeah, you can't go wrong with Death Valley.
Yeah.
Could have called it.
There
Everybody
is-
wants Death Valley.
There is so much in that game to do. There's just so many different battles.
There's 2
And then with the
campaigns.
Yeah.
and then with the expansion, there's so much more. You know, it's I love the 3rd Winchester game.
Oh, that's a
scenario.
great one.
I've played
that's
that one a
great.
couple of times solo. Yeah.
It's definitely. I mean, okay, so collecting OCS and buying the Goss games, and the non ACW super tactical line of battle system. Okay,
Yeah.
a lot of people, if they don't have Death Valley, or every time we have a show, I preach, get over and pre-order your Three Dog. Even if you're not so much sold on the system, the price for the game, on the P5 is nobody's gonna match that. I don't know of any other game systems where people get, and I don't know how that works, because I'm assuming that Dick doesn't set that price. That's Gene Billingsley.
Yeah.
They're the ones set that, and how and the magical number 63 for 1863. You couldn't have done that any better.
Right.
And it was $20-some for the Death Valley expansion, and that added what, 5 or 6 more scenarios that you can't beat that stuff. What they're doing with this system, they're making it available.
Yeah.
And here comes the big one. All right. Simple rules. Okay.
Yeah.
And Andrew was just making the point. This guy's never going to play that, and I did. I swore up and down I don't want any.
He was pissed,
and I told Dick that
him and Stig were.
Don't do it to this system. Well, guess what?
Yeah.
I've been playing it.
Yeah.
And I haven't. We've had a couple shows. We had Nathan on talking about. We did a live show a couple weeks ago. We all got back on. The 5 of us got on, and I'm going to tell you, this is why I think this system's magical, and McMurray's the perfect sample for this.
I was about to drop a bomb on you in a minute here, Jeffy.
With Vassal, he got right on, and not even having any knowledge of the system, was right into movement and fire combat,
right,
without hesitation.
Phil, the game you're play testing is going to be the first GBACW game I ever spend money on.
Which one? Gleam
Trans Mississippi.
Yeah. Yep.
That's because he wants that
Belmont, Wilson's Creek.
You're saying all the right words, buddy.
Yeah.
P Ridge.
Oh. Imagine.
They've upped the number of battles in that. We were talking about that the other night.
Prairie Grove.
Prairie Grove's the one I'm thinking of. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Bob's been doing a lot of work with that one. So, yeah.
And allegedly, they're all coming out with GBACW for Simpleton. So,
Yep.
I
don't know when.
No.
Those Ozark games are coming on those scenarios. That's probably another 2 or 3 years down the road.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah.
We still got. Yeah. I mean, we still got Stepping into Hell. It's on pre-order.
Gleam.
Gleam of Bayonets. I mean, seems like it's pretty close.
Yeah, I'm excited about that one.
So Bill said there was an issue with the big game that he thinks he's got a fix for it, though. So there's
the Vicksburg campaign.
Vicksburg game. Yeah, I saw the Champion Hill game at Fredericksburg last year.
Yep.
And then at Winter Offensive, I saw Line of Battles Champion Hill's game.
we were the other night when we were playing. After we got done, Todd and Ross had come in as we were getting done, and we stayed on another 2 hours. And we were talking about that. And somebody in the chat, JPJ Games, he says the new rule version is 3. So it's 3 point. And my whole thing is, and I'm saying it's the only reason I haven't gotten rid of my Line of Battle games is because I want to see this new rule system. And I do have the Wilderness one from them on pre-order, just like I have our Stepping into Hell. Because I want to see. And if those 3.0 rules come in and they don't change that game, I will let all of them go, and I won't go down that road anymore. We were talking. I want to try to see if I can go with Nick Rosser and get Nick on here because Perryville's his,
Yeah.
and it's taking so long. And I wonder if Nick might have some insight on it. I would like to get him on to talk about that.
Later, Charles.
But the simple rules. So, and you made the comment a minute ago. I'll set up the campaign the 3-dog, and I'll just play till I get tired of it. And now that I've spent the last Alan, we've been I guess about 3 weeks now. For almost getting close to a month.
Yeah, you've been playing it for a couple of weeks now, straight out.
So I've been messing around with Vassal with the Gettysburg, the 3-dog campaign, just having the rules. I didn't have any, Nathan finally sent me the master reinforcement schedule for the simple rules for Gettysburg. And I've started messing around with that. And one of the arguments I've always had with playing 3-dog is that in the full rule set, and it's not a knock. This is not a knock at all.
Right.
I can never make any ground with freaking Heath on the first day until Rhodes shows up, or maybe even sometimes not until Pender gets on the battlefield. So the simple rules, though, I'm finding that the push I'm getting out of Heath seems to be more along the lines of how things occurred.
Yeah.
And then I'm playing Kernstown first turn, which I'm going to finish that. I was going to finish it today, but I got one more turn left to play, which is going to be interesting. The last turn. I'm really, look, dude, I'm not going to lie to you. Granted, I love the full rules because of that depth and the detail you get with command and everything. Being able to activate and move everybody in a division and then doing your fire combat left to right down the chain, and not having to do all the little intermediate steps where a brigade moves, they have to do everything.
Yeah.
You're getting a full coordination, as Alan and I heard. You're getting a full coordination of the whole division. And I'm finding that it works in the system with the rules that Nathan's created. It is working I love the casualty, the way you track casualties in this thing.
Yeah.
What a life changer that is. But granted, I've only dabbled in, starting the 3-dog. The first Kerntown's about to end, and I got a feeling with what I've done, which Alan, I did bring the reinforcements on. I had to because Sullivan's about to dissipate. All right, it's going to change, and Jackson's going to get his ass handed to him. And I'm pretty sure Jackson's going to suffer the loss in this game the way it did anyhow.
Yeah.
But it's the argument you made about setting up 3-dog and playing it, till you're tired of it.
Yeah.
I'm thinking that the simple rules is going to give us the ability to complete a freaking campaign game without having to leave it on the table for 6 months.
Yeah.
So
that's what I'm hearing as well from other people.
He will never play simple rules is enjoying it.
I never said I wasn't gonna play it. I was waiting to.
I'm talking about me.
Yeah.
I'm really having fun with it, and we're bombarding the hell out. And I know Alan and I have been bombarding the hell out of it with questions about the rules and stuff.
Yeah. When I get to Harper's Ferry, I want to look at it. So.
Well, I think Alan and I, that's our intention.
Yeah.
Is to try to spin something up in the simple rules.
Yeah.
I'm sure we're going to have 3-dogs in our hands by then.
Oh yeah, Dick's already got his copy.
Yeah.
Son of a bitch. Did you see the picture of that box? Jesus.
I know.
Yeah.
That shoebox, man.
6 weeks,
Yeah.
folks. 6 weeks from the 11th.
Yeah. And his
I
thing
need
was
another
when I denied that system, and he knew it. I told his idea was to bring people in. I get it, and I really think that this simple rule system can do it. And here's the best part about it, because we try to associate it with the great battles of history. The simple rules and the full rules, you can't go from one to the other. They're two different systems.
Right.
This one here, I think there is a transition point. I really do, because the activation, the movement, while granted you're going to move all 4 of your brigades in a division in one burst, it's still an activation and a movement of a brigade.
Right.
So to transition to the full, so I Dick's right, and I'm still burning to want to make the comment that Nathan gave us that I can't about until he say no, buddy. But I do. I honestly think we've got something. And granted, I know it needs more play, and maybe by June we'll have more of that. You know, we're going to start messing around with it here.
Yeah.
I do. I think somebody's hit a simple rule set that will work and bring people in to the system. So,
Yeah.
and I hope you do get it, and I know you will get you'll mess with it.
Oh yeah.
And I hope more of the big dogs out there that
Yeah.
you know who I really want to see do it and like it is Stigler.
Yeah, I think yeah.
I really would like to see that. I haven't seen Stigler. He hasn't been around much on the. I see him on Ardwell Show, and that's about the only place I see him.
Yeah. He wasn't at Fredericksburg, I don't think. So I don't think he came over. Hopefully he'll come to Harper's Ferry
Yeah.
because I know Sharpsburg. He said it was his favorite battlefield. So
Yeah.
hoping maybe that'll.
Well, and he's heard the comment about the Gettysburg thing in October, and he wants to. I know he'd love to be out. Well, I think Stig would. I think he was out of a job. I don't know if he's got back into something. So.
Oh, okay.
So it's been a while if he hasn't.
Oh,
But I hope he finds something if he hasn't.
yeah. I didn't know that. Yeah.
Because he's still, he's still a great asset to the system.
Oh yeah.
So,
Yeah.
and of course, we got our very own Ross doing Vassal design, which you guys are not seeing yet. What we're getting to see, and what he's doing with Into the Woods is going to blow people's minds for Vassal.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Ross
Yeah.
is super good at that.
If Phil's doing some play testing with Prairie Grove, you'll see that because actually Ross did that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. There you go.
I haven't done Prairie Grove. Bob was doing Prairie Grove.
Yeah.
We just did. We did Wilson's Creek, which turned out the way it did originally, and then we did Ray scenario. He's got another one where Seagull and Lion all come in the same way,
Like down the wire road.
right down the road.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we played that with the same result. The Union got their rear end handed to them again. I was playing the Confederates, but anyway. And our assessment of playing that game, there needs to be a change in the victory conditions, and because it's the two games we played, we got almost the same result. Even when Seagull came in at the bottom and Lion came in at the top, we got the same result. Same as coming in from together on the east side on the wire road there. Same result. So we'll see. But I've enjoyed it. I'm looking forward to Belmont playing that one because it's got boats in it, Hexy.
They're barges, aren't they? They're just barges, right?
No,
there's boats.
Well, the real boats.
Lexington and the Tyler.
Real boats
Yeah.
there.
Yeah. And then you got the batteries across the Mississippi River firing.
Well, it's going to be a small one too. I mean, we're only
it's a small
talking,
game.
not even a division level attack.
Yeah. So
So it should play quick.
looking forward to playing that one after we do Martins or Shepherdstown.
Shepherdstown, yeah.
Yeah, we're going to do Shepherdstown.
I really don't. It's funny.
I just
Shepherdstown's 2 minutes away, and I just can't put my finger on any fighting. I know there was. It's just not something that is in my brain.
Well,
I just wanna point
I'll
out-
show you.
Yeah.
yeah, real quick. When you mentioned Martinsburg, Jeff shit a chicken.
Yeah.
I put on a giant Battle of Falling Waters game,
Yeah.
like post what was it, July like 7th or whatever, or 10th? Where who got killed there? Pender?
Falling Waters.
Yeah.
Well, that was Pettigrew.
Pettigrew. Sorry,
Pettigrew
there
was
you go.
mortally wounded. Yeah.
Pettigrew, there you go. And absolutely crickets. You got something special, Phil. One of them is.
You haven't been to Falling Waters?
I live in it.
But you haven't been to the
that's-
battlefield on the
No,
other
it's
side?
on the other side of the river.
On the other side of the river. I'm scared of that side of the river.
There's a battlefield. They actually have. I didn't know they had anything there.
Put a golf course
Yeah.
there, and it'll be there.
Yeah, exactly. That's the best thing I heard so far from Phil is that there's one less golf course in the world, and it got added to the Gettysburg National
Yeah.
Battlefield Park.
Oh, actually,
Well,
Cool Springs.
Cool
Is it
Springs, yes. Cool
Springs.
Springs. I've been there.
Golf course.
You got to go there.
The
Great.
Carnton Plantation, that was on a golf course. There's a golf course out there as well. All that got reclaimed. So yeah.
My buddies went up to Gettysburg National this summer, and I could not swing the day to do it or back in May, because I had some buddies that were coming into town.
Was that Lynx at the Lynx they were playing at?
They got two of them up there. You got Gettysburg National, and you have the Lynx. They're
Oh,
not right in town, though, I don't think. They're out.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I don't know. But we went to years ago, my dad and I flew over to Europe when my brother was at Bromstein.
Oh, Ramstein, yeah, baby.
Yeah,
That's my football
and,
game there.
We drove to Normandy and we walked the beach at Omaha. My dad and my brother are big golfers. We had to find a golf course in Normandy so they could get scorecards.
Just
You know,
go up to Omaha Beach and try and make it into the slits on the casements.
Yeah. But yeah, Cold Springs is something we made for GBACW because that ain't that far either. And that's a neat little fight there right before 3rd Winchester.
Right.
All that.
So much
So,
in this valley. I mean,
yeah.
I've driven by Newmarket so many times, but just never rolled up in there. And I mean, right there beside the interstate.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. You drive
can't-
right down the middle of
Yeah.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you
That's
can't
like-
miss it.
Todd, I got reminded of this today. Just weird stuff that you don't get to see as much in the Midwest, but you do randomly across the eastern U.S. On our drive to Gettysburg, Todd and I passed not just like a sign for, we passed the entrance to Fort Necessity.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Just
And
super
Pennsylvania.
cool. That somebody was talking about driving around DC, and it was like, oh, well, I'm at this gas station. I can see the battlefield. That's cool. It's not necessarily a thing out here as much, but that's awesome. Just
Yeah.
And I remember begging Todd to stop, and then I remember that I was pooping every hour, and we had to get all the way to all the way to Falling Waters.
Mm.
And it was heaven once you got here, right?
It was fantastic.
Yeah.
But I understand Todd's apprehension to make a 2 or 3 hour detour.
It's been a long day.
Danny,
Yeah.
I'll let you guess which theater interests me the most. So, okay, so we've got the simple rules now. Al and I have come across Mark Herman's game, and we've been having a blast playing that. We're going to finish that up Thursday night. We got 2 more turns playing that. We're playing Wilson's Creek and Blind Swords.
Okay.
We've got about, Al, maybe 4 or 6 more turns, I think, in that.
Something like
And
that. You
has
got to
been a
run
back
away.
and forth slugfest, and
That's
that's
a cool game.
So,
Yeah.
and we talk about it all the time. There are so many. I mean, the GBACW hit list for the next couple of years is just amazing
Yeah.
for what they're doing, and
Mhm.
that's going to be. I'm going to need more room on that shelf. Out there.
Yeah.
That's my out in the hall. You can't really see, but that's my GBACW shelf. There's so much, but you can't. And then now you're gonna present 2 options to play it. I mean, I honestly think the world's going to turn for that game. I think a lot more people, if they don't pass on the 3 days of Gettysburg, get the simple rules are already on the GMT site now. You can download them
Right.
and take a look. It's so easy to read. And we were discussing this. We've learned with Nathan that if it's not in the rules, then it is the rule. I've not given him I think I've given him one thing that he said, "Oh, good catch," and it had to be a simple change of wording. But everything that I've sent him and asked him, I'm saying, "Hey, well, what about this? It's not in the rules. Then it's not in the rules. Don't."
Yeah.
He's done a great job with it. I mean, I don't know who else is part of that. with the simple rules? Is there somebody else, or is he just doing it all himself?
I thought it was just him. Is
Wow.
what I was understanding. I'm not sure.
He's doing the designing, but he's gathering a good test group together. I mean,
Yeah.
he suckered us into it, and he's got he's got a good group of GBACW players. Play the full rules, playing, testing the simple stuff. So
Right.
I think he's got a good crew behind him to test it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah. Yeah. So who's doing? We mentioned it earlier. River of Death. Is anybody updating that, or was that just something
I
Tom and
saw-
Smitty were doing?
Yeah, I saw they were definitely cleaner, newer maps
Maps.
where the colors all matched.
Yeah.
And they were playing it when you and Stigler were playing Stepping into Hell.
Yeah.
I went upstairs
Yeah.
when he threw his table fit, and that's where he was the whole week. Him and Smith
Yeah.
were up there playing, and I didn't get to, I wanted to be downstairs hanging out with you guys, getting to know who everybody was and everything.
Right.
I didn't get a chance to really, but it was definitely different, newer. But I've not heard a word about it.
I
Since.
hadn't either. Then that's what I was doing.
I mean, you got to think they're gonna.
Yeah. Well,
I
they're
think it's
doing
going to
Red
be there
Badge.
eventually. Yeah.
Yeah, Red Badge of Courage just started. So don't know
Yeah.
who's working that, but
Well, I think Greg is.
is Greg doing that one too?
Yeah, because the last I saw last summer, he posted something about what was going to be in there.
Yeah.
But I think he's still too busy with Gleam to get that done.
Yeah.
But I think that'll be next. I think once Gleam's out the door,
Once, yeah.
then I think
Yeah.
that'll be next. But
Yeah, you
it
got
would be nice to see River of Death, and also
Yeah.
Dead of Winter
Dead of Winter.
Redone.
Yeah. Yeah.
redone as well. But
Yeah,
I don't know.
I've
now.
got the old
Every t-
SDI when Bird
every-
was with SDI. And
Yeah.
he did the Dead of Winter, the first version with the old turn R tape, whatever it is, where you could do individual things, or you could do whole brigades or brigade fire. So and that's kind of like, it's kind of like, I guess, what happened with RSS, the regimental subseries.
Yeah.
Too much detail, went a little bit too far. I think that TRT table thing that we did 3 games, I think that went a little too far. It's fun. It was fun though. I played a few turns in a couple of those games. It was kind of fun, but
Yeah.
I think GBACW just kind of swiped all of those away.
Yeah.
Other than maybe some of the original. It's still fun to play some of the original
Yeah.
stuff, but the effect is so much more different now with our new system that we have. And
All right.
I mean, they got it right. I mean, I hope Line of Battle gets it right. And then we got turn around. We got, we were talking about this the other night too. You got Herman Lutman's Antietam Black Swan.
Black Swan Antietam. Get excited to watch Toddy and I jump on that thing.
Yeah.
I'm so psyched, Toddy. Okay, so this is a dumb, sappy point. I have so much fun playing games, like big games with like big sessions with Todd. Like it's quite delightful. And we did that with A Most Fearful Sacrifice, and it was wonderful.
But it's nothing like you studied for the test. They rewrote the whole history of Gettysburg.
Yeah, so part of the issue is like Todd played a couple like familiarity scenarios.
Yeah.
We just didn't like, we were familiar with the rules, just not how to use the rules successfully.
Yeah.
So it wound up with First Corps just beating the brakes off of Heath's entire division as they tried to push Buford off.
Yeah.
So like Heath is trying to get kind of organized to make a push, and then here comes First Corps just beating the bejesus out of him. And so then by the time we figured that out, the Confederates were just like bottled up behind Seminary Ridge.
You remember go ahead.
No. That being said, we also did our standard thing, as you can see, when we played It Never Snows, where we pay absolutely no attention to a reinforcement schedule or where other stuff might be. So then AP Hill winds up taking Cemetery Hill and Oak Hill, and we're just sitting there like, shit.
Yeah.
That did not turn out well for him.
Yeah.
That's true. It didn't. Basically, you have the entire Union Artillery Park just roll up and be like, hey, those are cool hills, but what if we entirely re-landscape them? with
Yeah.
12-pounder balls.
We go East Front style, Russian style, and just pound.
Ah.
Yeah.
So years and years ago, I played a John Tiller, the Gettysburg computer
Yep.
game.
That's
Love
just jam.
And me and a guy I used to work with in the Navy, we'd go by the house, we'd play, on the computer for about an hour. And I at night, you can't see. So I moved Richard Ewell's entire corps from the north side of Gettysburg down to Little Round Top. And he's getting ready to defend Culp's Hill, and I just smashed everything. That was like, he was like, "What in the world? You're not supposed to do that." I'm like, "Why not? It's a game."
Why not? Yeah, exactly.
You
Thank you,
know?
Phil.
It's a
God,
game.
the fact that you are playtesting and can simultaneously say that is
Yeah.
wonderful, because so many people
Yeah.
playtest with, well, I didn't get the historical scenario. Yeah, well, let's be honest here. Longstreet and Sickles weren't sitting there rolling dice like, shit, my brigade has to back up now.
Yeah.
Like, no.
So I did something in the tournament last weekend, GCACW. We were playing teams, Grant crosses the Rapidan. And me and David were playing Confederate, and Lee from St. Louis was playing Union. And, oh gosh, I can't think of the English guy. Anyway, so they're all the way across. They got the wagons, which is part of the scenario. You got to get the wagons to Chancellorsville. And I had Fitzhugh Lee sitting over here, and I had forgotten about him. And we broke, came back the next morning. I moved Stewart to Fitzhugh Lee, and I went around the Union Army and hit those wagons. And both of them said, "We've practiced this game 6 times before this event, and we never thought of that." And so, it's like I blew their minds. Now, we ended up losing the game anyway on victory points, but I sent them all the way around. And then they went through the wilderness. I got Stewart out of there too, barely. But yeah, I try to think out of the box. When we were doing Step into Woods or Step into Hell,
Yeah.
everybody was bringing, I guess before was bringing Anderson's division up the Plank Road. I brought this whole division in on the railroad, the unfinished railroad, and flanked them. And in my play test, I did it again, and I gave Al an honest assessment. I said, in reality, it probably better is to bring Anderson straight in than to bring him around on the flank. But, I try different things. I don't work out the script.
Who was it told us? They said that the first move you make when playing, any of these games, if you get the perfect historical setup for a game or a scenario, the first move you make, you just stopped history, and
That's Herman. That's Herman Lutman said that.
Yeah. And it's I agree. I mean, because so McMurray and them talking with the most fearful sacrifice. I took, with mine, with Rhodes and Early, I took Cemetery Hill and Culp's Hill, and before the first day, the sun set. But sure enough Union starts rolling in. They just tossed Rhodes off of Early off of Cemetery Hill. I mean, and if you watch the videos of those two guys playing it, the Rebs there was never even a thought of ever worrying about Little Round Top or any of that down there, because it never.
No, we couldn't get south. Yeah.
Another one that I think of that's really, and it's probably the first time I saw it in a game played, was Callendale playing Line of Battle, Gettysburg. And when he was in the second day, the sides were completely reversed.
Yeah. And
I'm like, how in the hell did that happen? And think about it. I mean, the potential's there in any game. I mean, and I guess that's what's so fun about it. I've always said, give me the historical setup, give me the rules, give me the victory conditions, and leave me alone. Don't judge me by how I decide to do stuff.
All right.
That's their games. I mean, they are their games.
They'll make more cardboard.
Yeah, and I think the difference with us is that maybe we've studied this battle that we're playing.
Yeah.
And that brings a different effect to us. But you know what? I think it's cool to watch somebody that really don't really have any knowledge of what it is they're playing, the history of it. I would love to see those outcomes, how
Yeah.
they, how the game plays out.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. I tried to track down Dave Powell last time he was here in Gettysburg, but my schedule didn't work out because I wanted to find out Dead of Winter, was he
Mhm.
going to redo that one? And
I,
talk
don't- I don't know if he's going to be involved with that. I know he's got so much going on with his
Atlanta.
books, Atlanta, and
Yeah.
stuff there that I'm not sure if he's going to get back into it
Yeah. Yeah.
again. I don't, nothing's been said about it being redone.
Yeah.
I imagine it will be at some point, which I wish
Right.
it would, but
Yeah. 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 Me and Dick Whitaker, we played that first scenario in that.
Speak of the devil.
I was going to say, you see,
Hey, what's up,
Yeah.
Stig?
There he is.
Yeah. The man.
How you doing, Stig?
But we
Alan, when we-
added another turn on that.
Stig,
scenario.
when we go see you again? When you coming east again?
Mhm.
I need more video footage of the two generals. It was such a pleasure meeting. Let me tell y'all something. Y'all out there in that crowd, Stigler ain't the beast you see on the internet. That's a big, lovable, cuddly teddy bear when you meet him in person.
I have had very good experiences playing him. I've enjoyed every minute of it. Learned so much. So,
Yeah. Well, look, I'm sitting here looking at a chat full of guys that I get so much knowledge from. That it's just, this whole content creator thing sparked with me because of Todd, because of Wardrobe. So, I started and was just a plebe at this thing here, and thanks to him, I really got rolling in it. And then I pick up Murray and pick up with another guy that we don't have on here with us, our sci-fi fantasy guy, the War Mud, Brian.
yeah.
For years, that was doing this. So,
Right,
and
guys.
then I meet you guys. Shoot, I tell you, I don't need local friends. I don't. I got you guys when I'm going to hook up with something or get something going on. And I think Alan, you and I, the last 6 months, we've done nothing but
2
nights a week, pretty much just playing stuff and
Yes, I was learning from you.
Well, guys, we've been, I tell you, how it goes. More than 2.5 hours we've been going at it. I guarantee you we could just keep right on doing it. But I think we're going to kill this thing. Phil, dude, we're going to drag you on here again, I think, sometime after June. After you get there in June.
Yeah.
And, we need to
Anytime.
figure out, too, how to maybe get some play time. I didn't realize you did Vassal, but now that I know.
Yeah.
We need to get something going on. We got 2 or 3 people that we want to get on Vassal and play some stuff with, and we're all doing stuff. We got McMurray doing it now. So
well, there's that game store in the mall in Hagerstown. It's almost halfway between us too. So
I went in there once, and
Yeah.
Alan and I tried to go in there after having
Was
dinner
that
with Red Robin when he came down,
yeah,
and they were closed at 8:00 at night on a weekend.
What?
The whole mall
It's in
was
a
shut
mall.
the whole what? Oh, I didn't know that.
down. Yeah.
Oh,
But
Jeff.
I told them when they first opened, I went in there and they had a copy. And matter of fact, it was the block World War II East Front game. Todd, you had the whole collection. And they had it in shrink wrap, didn't know what it was. And I bought it for like $25. And the thing's worth a fortune, so.
yeah.
But they told me that was really the only, they had like 2 war games. And they said that they were just getting started. And they were going to start having all the GMT stuff and all that. So I waited about 6 months. I went back in there. They didn't have any of that stuff. It was all Magic the Gathering and all that.
Euro.
Hey, they got to keep the doors open, man.
Yeah, I mean,
I
that
know.
takes the money. That
Exactly
takes
right.
the money.
Yeah.
So, I'm wondering, how successful if that shutting down at that time on a weekend
Yeah.
is, if that's a staple now for them, how successful can they even be? Because they do have quite the gaming room in the back. So
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, they
That's
do.
what I say. Jeff, you have the greatest local gaming store
here it comes.
I've ever seen. And we're in there the first time, because we went in there like 3 times over the course of
I
4
was
days.
trying to find that store and I couldn't find it.
Dude, Phil, you got to go in there. It's incredible. and great. And a lot of that is because is from the miniature side. They do have some
Yeah.
war games, but like, so we're in there and Jeff saw him and I don't know if this is really what I'm looking for. And we walk back in the back. And what's the first game we see? Lee versus Grant. And it's like, it's right here, Jeff. Do it.
Do it. Yeah.
Yeah. That's
I got
awesome.
that one on my shelf.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
a great game.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I didn't realize it till these guys told me, because
Yeah.
I don't know much about, I remember what's the big ones in strategy and tech? I don't know,
Complete strategist.
Yeah, we had the one when I was a kid in Falls Church. I didn't know any better then, but so I really didn't know what game stores were like until these two guys showed up and went in there and I got a
Yeah.
comparison because they live out in miniature market world. So
Yeah.
There's another place up here. If you guys ever come north and east into New England, I'll take you to one down in Groton, Connecticut. It's in the
Oh.
basement. It's got everything.
Todd, we're going.
They've got everything. Yeah, it's called the
Yeah.
Citadel. So there you go. That's
Yeah.
the
Oh,
name
that's
of
a
it.
good name.
Yeah.
We also
Been
need
in
to go to
business for years.
the place next to Jeff has another location. We got to go there too.
Oh, okay.
Because
I
that's
gotta
not.
find- I was looking for it, and I must have missed the turn because they were doing construction there.
they always are.
Yeah, they're on 11.
It's
So-
right on 11 too. You can see it's
Yeah,
like 100
and
yards off
I'm-
of 11.
Yeah, my wife and I were down there. We did some of the C&O Canal. We walked some of that, and I said, "Well, no, I was going to the VA. That's why I was down there. I was going to
Oh
the VA."
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, if there's any time when you're here in June,
Yeah,
we'll holler, we'll pop up there and let's see. But Andrew's right. It's mostly miniatures and
yeah.
they do. They just Worthington stopped by there a couple months ago and started. They dropped off their Antietam Brigade game.
Okay.
It's still so nobody's bought it because I don't think anybody knows what it is. But they get all the GMT products,
Yeah.
and they've been getting some block games, some Columbia block games in there recently.
Yeah.
Maybe they might have a few odds and end games in there somewhere, but it's mostly Flames of War, Bolt Action, Magic.
Okay.
But there's
what's the big card, I guess Magic and
so much like
yeah, they can tell you better than I can.
random small stuff that you read about on the internet, but you never really see. And then you walk in and there's the rule book, and it's one of those. This is wild. This is awesome.
All right. I'll be making another trip down there sooner. I got to go down and do some scouting for the Harper's Ferry walks for GBACW.
What, up one hill and down the other?
Yep. No. Going out to some of the farms. No.
Oh.
I don't go to the tourist stops. I go other places on the battlefield, and because everybody goes to the tourist stops. Let's go somewhere where you ain't seen. Like,
Oh, you step out my front door of the apartment here, and there's probably 50 Civil War skirmish markers within 10
Well,
minutes of here.
well, here's the big surprise. I'm hoping this works out. I'm hoping to get us on Nicodemus Hill.
Ooh.
I'm trying to get us
Actually
up
on
there.
the hill.
Ooh.
Actually, on the hill. I got some friends of mine reaching out to the property owner.
Look at Stigler's comment.
Yeah, Stig, that's a good point.
So you're going to have to walk up that hill. So
You're a tour guide. Give me a golf cart.
That's not a big deal. That's not a hill. That's a bump.
Hey, if I got to take more steps in that damn tower, McMurray drug me up.
yeah.
And then they tried to kill me with a snake hanging off on the bridge down at Burnside.
There was a snake hanging out on Burnside's bridge.
Yeah.
That was awesome. Just a big black rat snake hanging out in the sun.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you how bad it is. We walked down to Burnside's bridge, and they've got the little road going out to the entry road over there. And I said, "Y'all pick me up down here." And a tour bus pulled up with a bunch of older people in it that got out. And one guy walked by me, looked at me. I said, "I'm waiting on an Uber."
Oh gosh.
Hey, Mark got here. Hey, Mark.
Mark.
Well, we're going to do some walking when we get get there. So
Well, the Winchester
For
thing,
those-
I think I need to know ahead of time what specific days, because I'm obviously I'm not going to take a whole week off and be down there the whole week because I live right here.
okay,
I'll probably come down in the evenings,
so
but I think the Winchester day I want to take off.
Wednesday, June 10th.
Wednesday. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I thought it was Wednesday
So
because I'm
Saturday's-
debating if I can stay that long.
Saturday, Sunday, which is the 6th and the 7th, that's Sharpsburg.
Yeah.
The 8th is the Gaps. The 9th is Harper's Ferry. The 10th is Third Winchester.
So I definitely do the Antietam weekend stuff. I don't. That's June. I'm not in any golf tournaments in June, so that I
Yeah,
know of.
so, but that's the plan right now.
Okay.
For the
Good to know.
tours. So
I'd like to go to all of them.
Yeah. Yeah. And Alex, I can't think of his last name right now.
Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Alex is going to be doing the Confederate side. I'm going to be doing the Union side. Alex Barney.
Barney,
Barney.
yeah.
Yeah.
I met. He was there at the. No, I met him at the. Wait a minute. Did I meet him at the Labatai?
I don't
I met him, Alex. I've met Alex. I don't know whether I met him. Was he there when we were there at Gettysburg?
No, he was he the one that showed up at Dalton and then had to leave with the emergency?
So I don't know.
I don't know. I don't think I've ever met. I probably have.
I met Alex at the Labatai, I think, but I don't know if
Yeah.
that was him or not.
Yeah.
But I mean, I know the name from this system, so. And hey,
Yeah, he's the one who's doing Vicksburg.
I'm hoping Mark comes to Gettysburg in October. Mark Herman. So
Yeah.
he's.
Well, we're gonna have to get a little red wagon for Hexy so we can get him up and down the hills.
No, he's gonna start practicing walking now.
Here's what I'm nervous about, Phil, that more people than I expect are going to show up there. I figure we'll probably just meet at the visitor center, and there's going to be a convoy of people. Well, I'm afraid because I got a 2-seater pickup truck, man. I don't.
Just open the back window and give Phil a bullhorn.
Yeah.
Exactly.
No. I don't do that.
See, Mark says still possible.
Yeah. All right.
See, thank you, Stig. Exactly. No, I don't highlight that comment. Highlight Stigler's comment. There you go. No cart, Jeff. You're walking, buddy. It's good for
Yeah.
you.
Hey, if I can afford one of these battery charged little buggies, I'm in business. I'll walk the golf course this year.
Oh.
Jeffy's about to start rolling around on a Segway.
Hey, do they still do the Segway tours up there?
No, the guy
Uh,
sold the.
Yeah.
The guy sold the company, retired. The guy that bought it tried to reopen it, but he was working out of the square area, and it just didn't work.
That's a busy little
Yeah,
circle. So
yeah. So I heard that some of the airports, since they don't make Segways anymore, they were trying to buy up
Yeah.
what he had for replacements for when they break.
Yeah.
really.
I didn't know they stopped making them, but yeah.
Yeah, the guy who I think he actually the inventor.
Died on a Segway.
No, he died natural causes, not on a Segway. But it
You
No,
can
that
get
was
into
the
some
Atkinson
pretty-
diet guy.
You can get into some pretty fun crashes on a Segway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I
You
never
wouldn't think-
did one of those tours. Never did one of those.
Never done on tour, just been
Yeah.
bored with a Segway.
Yeah. I went
never
over and did the
seen-
training for it, but then I never went out on the field with it because
I
I'd be
remember
the
seeing
one.
them for a couple of summers, always
Yeah.
up and down. So
I would have been the one that fell down and cracked my coconut all over the road. So
Ross
Yeah.
has been on the horseback ride out there. So
yeah.
long time ago.
Well,
He'll be out there, and Alan will be
Okay.
there. I'll be there.
Yeah.
So. It's gonna be fun. We've already come to the conclusion that if it's just the four of us, we're still gonna have a good old time. So
Oh yeah.
I think there's 5 or 6 that I think are gonna show
I
up
think-
outside.
I think we'll have more. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
It's going to be like 30 people.
Hey,
Oh,
that's fun.
God. I wouldn't-
Well, when I did that battle walk that Stuff Rider filmed, I had no idea he was there. I had no idea it was being filmed. I mean, I think we had 45, 50 people on that battle walk.
That's that little brief that you gave us. That's the first time I've had anybody walk me over the back end there, and where you can look down over everything.
Oh,
and
okay, yeah, on the
I've
backside
never
of
had
Oak
anybody
Hill.
do that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's what
That
I
was
got
really
in the
cool.
background right there. It's right there.
Yeah,
Yeah, right there.
that was a really cool like vantage point. I can understand why. Didn't Lee set up there for a second there? Who am I thinking of?
Not on Oak Hill, no. Richard Ewell
Okay.
was up there.
Ewell. There you go.
Yeah,
Ewell.
was up there. Rhodes was
yeah,
up there.
you can get a beautiful vantage, like the
Yeah.
whole north
Oh,
side of
yeah.
Cemetery Hill, Copes Hill, all that stuff, and then all the way down the ridge.
And
Right
see, I
there.
like that because I'm trying to get which way you're looking there. You're looking towards Big Round Top. So
I
yeah.
am on the ridge, so it's looking towards the town. The town is behind my head. If I got it out of the way.
okay, yeah, I can see the McLean farm there.
If you
yeah.
if you go down this path right here, if you go past the memorial, there's a little path and it takes you out to a point, and you can actually see the whole 11th Corps, and you can also see the whole of the north side right there.
Yeah. Now I love that spot because when I talk about, these guys marching and walking, how far they moved.
Mm-hmm.
From that point, I can point out Round Hill and show you where Jubal Early's division camp 12 miles to the north.
Yep.
That's how far they walked to get here. You can see all of that. And then you can see some of the Pigeon Hills too. So
you can almost see down to Hanover, because that's in the same direction behind me. There's Hanover over in that direction there too.
Yeah.
But you can see all the way over to Benner's Hill and beyond.
Yeah.
Easily.
Yeah. Benner's Hill is sometimes hard to pick out, especially when you're trying to show somebody.
Oh yeah.
Where it's at. I mean, I can look at it. Yep, there it is. But
it's actually easier to be on Benner's Hill and pick out everything else.
Pick out everything else. Yeah.
Yeah.
And right now is the best time of year to go to Benner's Hill.
Yep.
Because all the leaves are down. So
the only time I've walked up Big Round Top was in the leaf off season. So
yeah. Now, which way did you go up? Did you go up the front way?
No.
Or did you go up the Veterans Trail?
Yeah, we went halfway up the road that goes up to Little Round Top.
Yeah.
And there's a parking area there.
Yeah.
And we got where you can go down into Plum.
Devil's Den.
Yeah.
Devil's Kitchen.
And we took that trail up.
Okay.
That wasn't too bad.
I'll next time we're up, I'll take you up the Veterans Way.
No,
it's a lot easier.
Hell
yes.
Yeah.
Bill just said it's a lot easier. You'll be fine, Jeff.
It's a lot easier. The stairs are still there in some places.
He's trying to suck me into a death march.
You talk about the old trail, right? You talk about
the old trail.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep.
Jeff, you can do it. We'll get the walker out there with you so that you can move it up the stairs and you'll be all set.
Yeah.
And then we'll bring a whole bunch of bubble wrap, so on the way down we can just wrap you up, duct tape you, and go.
I'm going to start freaking about July. I'll start getting antsy about October. So
yeah.
All right. So I'm
start
going to close
walking now.
Let's so everybody, we're talking about October 19th. Just a one-day get together. This is not, if you're far away and you want to come out, I know it doesn't make no sense for me to come out and try it one day and go. I don't know. Maybe you got some vacation time. Gettysburg is not a one-day thing. Maybe you take a few days vacation, come out and just spend a day with us out there, and you can do whatever you want your other days. There's all kinds of stuff out here in the East to see. Revolution, Civil War, all kinds of things out here. Yeah. Just there's all places to go everywhere. So, but that'll be October 19th. We're gonna have a rain date of October 21st in case we just get really crappy weather on the 19th. I don't usually October's a pretty decent month, so. We've got you're going to see Al and I here shortly. We're going to be doing some GBACW Simple Play live on using Vassal. You got Todd and Ross tomorrow night. All right. Those of you that don't need to watch the Super Bowl, which I probably will put it on the screen somewhere, not really interested yet this year. They're going to be playing some great campaigns in the American Civil War tonight. They're going to blow through a scenario, getting themselves ready for an April campaign game they're going to play. And we got the big board, Kev, coming on the 21st. And we're going to do to him what we're doing to Phil here tonight. So, Phil, thank you so much, man. I appreciate you coming on here and doing this.
Thanks, man.
You're welcome.
Great to meet you.
Yeah, wonderful to get you on here. So, and this is another one. I'm going to get you. We're going to get Nathan back on here again. We wanted to talk about getting Dick on here. Bad timing right now, so maybe we'll try to track Dick down. I know Ross was communicating with him. We're going to try to get Dick on here again, or get him on here one time in the future. So maybe we'll find some time later for him. But yeah, y'all keep those things in mind. Be on here tomorrow night. You're going to see the boys go at it with the great campaigns.
Oh yeah.
And once again, Phil, thank you so much, guys. Appreciate it. Everybody in the audience, got any questions later, you can post them on here, or you can get my email on the YouTube or any one of the guys and fire away. And I'm sure we can send them off to Phil, and I'm sure he'll be willing to answer anything.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
All right,
Love to
everybody.
answer questions.
Thanks,
All right.
Phil.
Bye, guys.